Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week one of the Fortress House Cup 2022, season two. Starting off with some Apex Legends. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be your host today, and I've got my co-caster beside me. His name is Smokey, and seeing us real soon because we're in Melbourne today on a fine winter's evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at Fortress Melbourne.
What's going on? What's going on? How are you, Brad?
I am excellent, and I am so pumped up because we're doing the thing I love the most, and it is about to watch some sweaty Apex Legends.
Well, that's a bit of a new game for me, I'll be honest. I haven't casted it, so first time on it, but I am keen to see some of these top-level players duke it out in some Apex Legends.
Yep, it's going to be a good time. We are here today at Fortress Melbourne, the home of game. But we're located in the Melbourne CBD. We are the Gamers Paradise with arcades, PC, board games, role-playing games, console gaming, and parties. Everything you could want in a good time. Smokey, have you had a good time here so far today?
I've had a excellent, morning/afternoon, but quickly back to it. Fortress is presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. But back to the point at hand, I'm very excited to be here. I've had a good morning, good afternoon, and it's a pleasure joined by the big fella next to me.
Yes, two tall gentlemen, even though we might not look it on camera. But at the tavern, we've got the Fantasy Restaurant and Bar. That's downstairs below us, but we're currently in the Alienware Arena, largest fixed esports arena in Australia. We've got some, amazing talent behind us, and maybe we'll hear them today going a little crazy for this Apex Legend. But let's talk about the Fortress House Cup. Yes, presented by Telstra, sponsored and supported by Alienware. We've got a little standalone tournament here. We've got a few different games today. Apex Legends, my favorite game in the world. But we've also got Tetris Effect, Connected, and then Rocket League as well. I think, Smokey, you're a little familiar with Rocket League.
It's more my area, mate. But yeah, no, Rocket League's my game. But I'm still happy to be here casting some Apex Legends. But these Fortress House Cups, are presented by Telstra and supported by Alien once again. We have 3 rotating game titles, as you can see on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The Apex, Tetris Effect, and Rocket League. But what do you think is going to be the theme of today's Apex Legends?
I think the theme is sweating for the W. Like, you might not be familiar with Apex Legends like I am, but boy, oh boy, these boys and girls, they're going to go crazy for it today. Can't wait to see what you guys and girls have for us today. We've got 16 top teams you'll be playing for your house today when you signed up. Smokey, tell us a little bit about these houses, though. We've got 4 of them. Tell me which one you are. We're not the same.
No, we aren't the same. I got drafted, picked into the House of Valor, the defending champions of Season 1, so Valor Pride up in the air. But we've got 3 other houses. Discuss your house and then we'll fill out the other 2.
Corinna's my house, the red house. Go with my beard. Fantastic. Red just really suits me. But yes, we're going to be, a little bit against each other today, I think. And hopefully we've got some Corinna fans and members in the crowd and in the games today. Can't wait to see how it goes. We've got the top 16 teams getting some points for their house. 1,000 goes to the winners of the day, 700 for second place, and then in our third and fourth, we'll get 500 points to them. 250 points goes to 5th and 8th, and then 9th to 16th gets 50 points for their house. Last year was your house.
Valor.
Yeah. We're going to change that starting today.
You can't change it. It's got to keep going. We'll go back to back. But the other 2 houses fighting for contention are Boots as well as Jim. I would have liked to be in Jim. I feel like I resonate with good old Jim. But for now, we stick with Valor.
And let's have a look at the cash prizes today. For our winners, get a little $700 for your pockets. Who's going to be taking that home? Well, you're going to have to stay and find out and be watching it. Second place, $400. Third place, $200. And fourth place, $200 as well. So you want to get that top 4 position, ladies and gentlemen, to secure a little bit of cash prizes. But we've got some spot prizes as well. Play of the day brought to you by Telstra. 200,000 Telstra Plus points. You can get a lot of goodies with that, including maybe redeeming those for an Xbox controller or headphones on their rewards store. Do you want to talk through the next one, do you, Smokey, about the Alienware MVP?
Oh, the Alienware MVP is the, obviously, as it says, the most valuable player of tonight's games. They are consistent and reliable. They don't technically have to be a part of the best team. They're just the most reliable player that is also keeping their team cool. And, pulling out some cheeky little plays here and there. They will go home with an Alienware low-profile RGB mechanical gaming keyboard, and an Alienware RGB gaming mouse, as well as a 7.1 gaming headset.
Yeah, we've also got the Jester, brought to you by Fortress. A little bit different, a little fun, silliest plays. I would never do these because I'm a perfect Apex Legends player, but maybe something funny. Maybe you'll stick your teammate with an Arc Star, maybe, don't know if you can fall off the arena maps, but something along those lines. But you'll get yourself just a baseball cap. Wouldn't mind one of those because I got a little hat wall to fill. But we've also got 2 Fortress Melbourne standard drink cards and Fortress Melbourne 2-hour PC pass for our Jester Award winner. But let's talk a little bit about our Apex Legends tournament today. We've got a few of our gamers on the screen getting excited, these boys. Let's see how they fare though out there. But it's a 3v3 arenas tournament. It's going to be a big day. We've got a few qualifiers to go through as we work our way to the semi-finals and then the finals. Be advancing through and then it'll be seeing how it goes. You want to talk through the rest of it for me, Smokey?
All right, we'll go through the map rotation really quickly, ladies and gentlemen. The map is played in every single is pre-assigned, so you don't get to pick your map, you don't get to ban a map. So the 3 maps, round 1, Party Crasher. What do you think?
I mean, it's probably the original Arenas map that everyone had a good time on. It's Party. We're going to make it a party today. And yeah, we'll move on to Phase Runner there. One of the original ones as well. Just go through the portals and full send it at each other and then onto Encore. Then we've got a little drop-off for the semi-finals. Then we'll move on to the grand final. We're going to have best of 3. All the rounds before the grand final will be best of 1. So bring your A game from the start. But best of 3, you got a little chance in case you're a little nervous in the grand final. We all get nervous. I'm a little nervous up here today. That's why I'm talking maybe a little bit too much. But we're going to be on Habitat for the Party Crasher again and then finishing on Phase Runner. But it's best of 3, so maybe not Phase Runner if one team turns up from the start.
Well, all importantly, if you come first, you're getting that $700. You're coming home with a little bit of cash money, but you put it in your pocket and you walk away. But also get those house points for your all-important end game. At the end of the year, or in October, pardon me, you get to see who the house winner is. So week 6, after I believe it is Rocket League on October 1st, house with the most points will take home the big bad trophy.
Yeah, Corinna, that's the one. Yeah, right. That's what you meant to say, that Corinna will
I don't think I did. Come on.
Awkward then, isn't it? But they definitely will, so let's not worry about it too much. But yes, we're going to have a very, very sweaty day. We're here in Melbourne, Apex Legends land, only a week after the biggest Apex Legends land in the world. So
yeah, LGS, yeah. Did you watch any of it?
Nah, didn't really. No, I'm joking. I watched almost every second of it because, well, Australia won that as well.
Boys, Duck 0.
Oh, that was pretty awesome to see Australia at the highest level. Could even be Australia's biggest esport moment. And now we're only a week later.
Yeah, but ALGS closes. We got another tournaments coming in. Those 3 boys, they pulled it out the bag. A few other Aussie teams out there, they performed all right. They had a few good rounds in Team Burger as well. They played okay, but you focus on Dark Zero winning ALGS, of course. But when it comes down to it, today is the day for the Fortress House Cup, presented by Telstra, supported by Alienware. Got to thank those guys all the time. But what do you think? Do you have any favourite teams looking at those teams, or do you see any outliers?
Well, I did have a little sneak peek at some of the teams, and I'm pretty familiar with the Apex Legends OCE community, and there are some of the names that I know out there, and I've said hello to a few of the lads today, but there could be someone sneaking up that I don't know. I don't know everyone out there, so it's going to be interesting to say the least. I'm super pumped to see what's going to go. And
You can probably already hear
Yeah, I know.
some of the teams going off. So there's some
someone
games
is
kicking off.
passionate. We love the passion with Apex.
It's the passion pit down there. They all love it. They get real into it. Maybe even stand up over the monitors. A little bit of, not mean words, but a little bit of encouragement to perform better. But we will move into our first game. And look at those two teams.
Well, I think Karina is going to win this game somehow.
Out of the blue.
4-6. I mean, this is why we're going to win. We've got everyone.
You've stocked up, drafted well. But
Well-
let's talk about the teams.
Well, we've got Rain Squad and Mel Bussy.
Not much to
Don't want
say.
to touch that name at all for any reason. They just allow them to name themselves. Okay, we're on Phase Runner. First game about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen, here at Fortress Melbourne, the home of games.
Run us through Phase Runner. Run me through it. Talk your opinion on how you see Phase Runner.
Well, there's a runner and you phase through it and then
Nice.
you fight. So it's pretty straightforward.
Very, very good. Well, I'm now knowledgeable.
No, we'll be, usually you go straight through those big, the phase runners. And, the meet up usually there, but it depends where the ring's pulling. We might end up in the open in that grassy knoll you see there, or maybe we'll move to the other side of the arena. We'll see exactly how it's going to play out, but I'm just happy Karina's going to absolutely destroy this game.
Karina's taking a lot of points here. Karina
Yeah.
will take home some points at least. Yeah, they should, because they've got 6 players who are in the Karina house. It's a bit of a poor effort from Vela, I think. None of the guys are supporting the Vela, but we hopefully will move into this first map, and obviously this first best of 1. So if you're out, once you get eliminated, you're done for the day, but you can possibly get back into the second qualifier.
Yeah, maybe just sneak back in, maybe rename and just be like, no, we're just turned up again. Who are we? We're not the 3 Karinas. What are you talking about? Well, good luck to all our gamers out there. Can't wait to see what you've got in store for us. Whether you win, lose, make sure you're having fun. Make it a great day. We're going to make it a great day. We're going to be casting. Well, I can't say what I was about to say, but we're going to have a great day casting, and it looks like the first game about to get underway. Just a little buy period. I think we're going to see a lot of energy weapons. We've got a Pathfinder. We've got the old big boy Gibraltar and Seer. Pretty solid arena setup. No lifeline, so you can't do the crazy amounts of res as this man impatient. And the game is underway, and as is Fortress Melbourne House Cup. Game going straight down the phase runner. They're a little bit split here. Swinging a little wide is McCarthy. Let's see what exactly we've got. A lot of party action here. Going to see some grapples, maybe a little bit of movement over the top. We'll see. P20 going off early. No hammers on it just yet, but we'll see. What are you seeing out there? Smokey, do you think Seer? We're going to see a lot of Seer, lots of gathering information.
Yeah, he's a bit of a nifty little character. We've also got an Octane, which is a bit of out of the blue. Good rotating, obviously, legend. Obviously, the Pings will come in. They're trying to find their footing here. Both these two teams trying to figure it out. Shield bats will come out. DJ already taking a little bit of damage. Now we're on board with McCarthy. Taking a hefty amount of damage. McCarthy's going to have to back off. And God OP Master, he's putting all the pressure on. Flatline, he'll take a fair bit of damage, lose most of his shield. Does lose all of his shield, so he'll resort back to the shield battery. 99 here, but just Conte. He's going to have to work his way around. Round 1 still a little bit slower, but these two teams trying to find their footing, maybe get a little bit few tags in, lower their shield bats down, and begin to work forward.
Yeah, lots of Mozambiques I think we're going to see out here today. Not quite got the hammers, got a PK and Mozam, so get up close and personal with that one. We're going to see that loadout on the Octane, just going to speedy boy in and back out. But OP Masters, no one going down yet. Very slow playing here. Everyone wants that early W. Get that confidence flowing as the flatline shots going on out. Oh, it's the nice 50 there. Got to watch it. Oh, he's going to get the knock. McCarthy's going to go down. Getting the full send though, but here come reinforcements. All the shots just going on down. B20, you got to work your butt off, DJ. All the shots going out. Can't quite. There it is. First round, Fortress Melbourne.
Quick start.
House Cup.
It took a little bit to get there, and then we eventually got there, but First round, I believe in favour for OP Masters. They'll take the first, I believe that was. But what did you see there? We saw a little bit of slower play and then they dived into it, just took on their ones. Each gunfight looked pretty individual. They didn't really take it in teams. But in your professional opinion, do you think we're going to see more team-based fights or more one-on-ones?
I think we'll see a lot of ones at the start of the day, and as it gets a little sweatier, we move on into the maybe semi-finals. People will be, as we say, holding hands. We'll see them get nice up close and personal. It's a bit harder when you don't have maybe your favoured loadout, maybe a bit of long-range weapons. But the Mozambique getting some hammers here as the right drill going on out from DJ. Let's see if those hammer shots can work at a little range. Don't usually see the hammers going off that distance, but got to hit your shots. Let's see what Kane, DJ, McCarthy, 404. No errors here. Let's see the grapple. Just a little regroup for the OP Masters.
OP Masters up one round here, ladies and gentlemen. Got OP Master on board. He's going to find a few shots. Can he break his shield? No, but he will go down indeed. Kane dropping God Opie. And it's now all down to 2v3. He hasn't been res, but he does get swung here, so the gunfight's going to come out. McCarthy 404 might get down. He will get down to be right. McCarthy spotting, and the trades will come in. A lot of gunfights coming out. It's Kane. Kane and DJ working together. It's a 2v3. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another gunfight. And that will end it off. Round 2, I think we've leveled it up 1-1.
GG's, but still a little bit more to go. Remember, it is best of one arenas game, so put it all out from the start, ladies and gentlemen. Got to get it up, but it's now even Steven. And the weapons, they're going to get a little bit nicer. Maybe we'll see a little Havoc, a Devo, because that's what Apex Legends Arenas players love. But we'll see. We'll see. Got a little flatline action. Big fan of that. What sort of loadout do you like to run in any game? What's your desired loadout?
I think I'm going to go with the traditional. I love a Mozambique. I'm that weird guy. I'm real weird. I like the close encounters. I do it for the kills. Just rushing every 5 seconds. But I'll also take a Spitfire, even a flatline if I wish.
Yeah, Spitfire, I do like to abuse that when we're running around on BR, but definitely a flatline. I'm a big fan of this weapon. We've got Ray, I should say, God Opie, taking a little bit of punishment from that range, and we're seeing the weapons get a little nicer. So Grenade going for a little Kobe up in the air distance, not quite hitting though. Need to work on those biceps to get it distance. Oh, looks like DJ's doing some work though with their grenades. Mozam still got those hammers here though. Run out third round. Just getting that little 15-13. McCarthy holding a little glitch here. Oh, nice little RE shot there. No attachments required. Gonna take some punches, hit a bat. But Kane now beaming to a 121. Oh, move up close and personal. DJ Hammer's going crazy. They're looking for one more gamer.
DJ Hammer's going in. Now it's all down to Rye. He's in the 1v3. Not enough foul, but go button. They're your champions for our first map on stream.
GG's OP Masters, but give it up for Go Barton. Taking the W in our first game of the Fortress Melbourne House Cup. Presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. DJ McCarthy, Kane. W for Corinna, because we're the best.
Because it's all 6 of them. There's no one else other than Corinna. Come on. These 3 players, pretty confident. They look pretty happy. They no real emotion, but they move through the brackets and they continue on towards that all-important final series.
Well, it's only game 1. You don't want to get too carried away. You want to celebrate the grand final win. Maybe they're that confident. We'll see though. These gamers kicking off well. But yes, not too much emotion, but it's a slow build. It's a slow burn. We want to have fun with it. And there's some gamers I'm familiar with at the end. We'll see them up shortly, I think, but we're coming back. And what do you think of that first game? It was a pretty quick one, pretty standard arena sort of game. See anything special?
One thing I'm going to take out of that is there was a lot of picking off players that were in the open, taking their 1v1s, not looking for congested fights. And in arenas, to me, they don't finish. They just don't go for a finish. They just go for a half health. Like, obviously, when they're knocked down, they go for half health, so they just bleed out and, die. But In arenas, they don't go for that knock, that finish when they're knocked. They go for the next player, and then the next player, and the next player. They move on. They keep fighting for it. But in those ones, I saw mainly 1v1s, not more congested trading.
Yeah, I think as well, don't have to worry about a res. There's no lifeline out there. It's a tight fight. You don't need to go thirsting too much. So if we see a finisher or two, that's going to be interesting because just sending a message maybe if we see some finishers out there.
Bit of BM.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see too many, but I think some of our players out there might want to give a little show. We'll see. And we wouldn't mind them putting on a little show because like we said earlier, there's a few prizes you can get if you maybe want to have some fun, and maybe someone getting knocked while doing a finisher would be for the Jester Award.
Trying to go for the BM, but getting cut off halfway through, and then you get the finisher. So it's a bit awkward. But players might look to go play for that Jester Award, seeing if they don't think they'll make the grand final or make that final series. They'll go for have a little bit more fun. Try some outlandish plays, try some outlandish slowdowns. Go for a finisher or two.
Yeah, maybe a Pathfinder grapple and grapple the person and try to just fight them with your fists. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We'll keep an eye. But one thing I noticed, lots of Mozambiques
Mozambique's out there, yeah. I think every player had a Mozambique.
Yeah, it's funny that the gun that used to be made the most fun of when Apex first came out, it was like the joke for Apex. And now it's like, everyone's like, we're going to abuse this weapon with hammer points especially. Mozambique goes hard these days. But we'll see if everyone's going to be rocking that. I think we're going to see a lot of them, to be honest. But maybe someone will surprise me and not use a Mozambique. They'll just go all P20s, maybe. We'll see.
Could be a bit of fun. Let's get your opinion. What do you think of that game?
Pretty stock standard arenas sort of stuff. Nothing too out of the box. Seeing the double shotgun, the PK and Mozambique, I was surprised to see that. Usually people want a little bit of range, but I guess when you've got to go through the buy phase, you've got to figure it out. As we jump into our Telstra replay, we're going to see a little bit of action, a lot of flatline as well out there, which I always love seeing that gun. It's just the sounds of these weapons, it's something amazing. But just seeing the standard Mozambique flatline, nothing too out of the ordinary this game, but Go Barton, easy W for them.
Yeah, they took it home pretty easy. I think it was a 3-0 sweep. No score on the side. It might have been 3-1 maybe.
3-1
is failing. I think we'll go 3-1, just give them a little bit of justice. But for these players, if you get knocked out pretty early, you still have that second chance to go into the qualifier if they're obviously open slots. But so for now, we'll have to say goodbye to OP Masters as they are knocked out pretty early in the tournament. But Go Button, they will move forward. Do you think after that performance, they look bigger and better? They may say they look more confident now. You think they are a good team to move forward past the teams that you've casted and you know?
I think so. They were pretty solid. They weren't obviously super excited by the win, and that probably means they're like, yeah, we can do this, we can move on. They were fairly split a lot, but as it gets a little sweatier, I think they might get a little closer, tighter together. But when you're winning your ones, it doesn't matter too much. Just take the W and move on. But there's going to be some sweaty gamers, because I know a few of them out there, and we've got a few Preds out there.
They're going to be hard to beat. They're going to be real hard to beat.
We're going to be keeping our eyes on them, and we'll I'll let you know when I see them. A few of these gamers speak to a little bit in the Apex community, but ladies and gentlemen, we've got plenty more action here. And that's not just Apex Legends today, it's maybe a little Rocket League or Tetris Connect.
Give us a wave, guys. Show some love for the gamers. There we go. If you guys ever need any refreshments, there is a sports bar down the end of the arena, and you can go get some drinks, some water. I think the game should be drinking water. Focus up.
Yeah, I've got 3 bottles of water near me, and I'm going to be the most hydrated man in here, unless someone wants to challenge me to a drinking water off. Doesn't sound that exciting in my head, but hey, maybe it'll happen. But but if you missed Apex Legends, ladies and gentlemen, like you see down below us, September 10, this is happening again. Sign up at that URL, tiny.cc/FHC. You can sign up there, get involved, because Apex Legends tournaments like this, they don't come around too often, so it's pretty awesome to be a part of. And love seeing all these gamers out here.
You can also, with that link, you can also find out what houses you're in. That's how we found out the houses we're in. And it's a split. Vela versus Corinna. Here we go. This is something we like to see.
Oh, Come on, Karina team. We lose this, I'm not going to be happy.
I'll hold it over you for the rest of the day. But we got Outback versus Mel Bussey in our second game on stream, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that this is the first proper time I've seen all three people have the same house character, and they've split them. So you're obviously going to be going for Mel Bussey, and I'll be taking Outback.
That seems about right, and we were talking about before the broadcast that this is what we wanted to see, and then it's been perfect so far, and all my team, so I can't lose, basically. We're just winning with numbers, because we're better.
So we're going to go back to Phase Runner. In that map, we saw most of the teams duke it out after going through the Phase Runner, and they just sat in that right-hand side of the map. They chose that position to take their gunfights, and it's a little bit of a longer distance, so those gamers out there who are going to opt for maybe the more shorter range guns like the shotguns and whatnot, they still can do a little bit of damage, but they're not going to be as effective at that long range. They will start to struggle if you start to look at these rounds are going to go to war of a long range gunfight.
Yeah, I kind of want to see someone go a little weird with it and like grab a longbow or something, just like something kind of ridiculous for arenas. But if someone wants to get one of those prizes, you got to show us maybe something a little different, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, if you want to go for a like Pathfinder Grapple longbow headshot, just do it.
Have some fun with it.
Have some fun with it, exactly, because that's what we're all about here at Fortress Melbourne, the home of games. We're all about the fun with some games, and we're about to see our second one of the day.
What do we think? What's your prediction? Obviously, we gotta go against the bias here, but do you know any of these teams, or these are just some newer teams for you?
I guess we'll jump once we're into the game and see the individual players. I'll let you know, but don't think so. But we'll see. I know a few of the team names, and I don't want to spoil them, so we'll see. But we've got Outback and Mel Bussey. God, that sounds weird to say. But we're right here on Phase Runner, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we
A
go.
couple of teams get involved. Oh, we got the Lifeline, the Bloodhound, and the Pathfinder. Didn't expect to see as many Bloodhounds out here today, especially with Seer coming into the meta. But weapons to the max, Von Killer. But Virtual Self, probably the most important one on the team for Outback with the Lifeline. See if she'll be required, though. Does also allow you to grab that extra little bit of loot early in the game, which that can be super vital. But we'll see exactly how this is going to play out once the shots start raining out.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On with Kanga Elbow, and he's going to start to walk around the map. He's going to patrol, start to move into ring one, and he's going to get the pings. He'll spot one, and he's going to start to ping. Gunshots will come out now from an unknown location, and the sonar will be detected, and everyone will start to have some gunfights. We're on the road to Bussey. He's going to have some shots in, cracks a little bit of shield, but doesn't take out that much. Mel Bussey, they've got a high ground rotation here, and they're going to start to look for some easy kills, and Kanga Elbow down to half. No shield. This could be the end of his life, but the shield cell will come in, and the regen will begin to clock up.
Yes, we've got the Devo winding up early. Got Virtual Self already down. And we've got a few gamers out here. I think I've run into a few of these guys out here. Oh, got another one down. And King Elbow, robust Aussie, standing a 3v1. I think it's just a matter of time until this one's over. Ness, that's all she wrote. Easy W.
Very quick gameplay this one, quicker than the first one we saw, so I believe Outback will take that first one. I think it was Outback. Was it Outback? Or Mel?
No, that was Mel Bussey. That was King who we're seeing, and if this is the King I think it is, I know this man sort of well, so we'll see if he's going to do what he says. He told me he was going to grapple some heads, which... do
you think he'll pull through?
Oh, well, let's see. He can probably hear me, so King... do it.
Mel Bussey will take the first round of this map as we move into now the second playthrough. They're going to go through the phase runner, so we could get some quick engagements on this right part of the map. This is the common theme we're seeing. Both teams going through these phase runners very early, and shots will come out quickly. Mel Bussey's team trying to find some areas in flat lines will be used now, and the Mozambique is also in second hand. The R99 King going down all the way, and he's going to go out now. King knocked down. Weapons to max. Got no shield left. Going to try and Virtual Self. Swings the corner. We'll find one. So now it's in a 2v2 situation, and it's all but done just like that. Ladies and gentlemen.
That was a quicker one.
Yeah, much quicker.
We were like, first game was quick, and then that was about 10 seconds, it felt like. But 1-1 now, so we're going to see them maybe show a bit more respect. They took the easy W, Malbusi, in the first game, but now second one, just a little slower maybe. In the third one, we'll see exactly how they're going to play. Maybe you got a bit carried away. Got some R9s, Mozambique. Of course there's a Mozambique. Feel free to not pick at anyone. Anyone. You want to not pick one up, it's just, come on.
Back into the action now. Scores are level. Outback and Malbusi 1 apiece. Going into the third. They're going to see each other drop down to these phase runners, so they're going to have to start to push in. The Arc Stars will come through, and the sonar detection will come through. The push now coming through. Weapons to Max and Virtual Self. Both taking a little bit of damage very early on. They neglect to heal up. Elbow, he's going to push up, taking a lot of punishment from the swing. King now on board with him, will crack one's shields, and Elbow is also very low, but his shields get cracked. Trying to find a knock, finds one. Beautiful shot, finds two, I believe. Could find the third. Trying his best, pulls out the Mozambique, missed the first shot, standing still.
Easy W.
A little bit of class there.
Malbusi there, just playing it slow. Nice work, nice work. Getting it back to 2-1. Almost had 20 victories there for a second.
King with a little bit of class there. Pulling out the Mozambique. Not even needs to move.
He was also getting healed by the enemy drone at the end. It's like, geez, King, just you don't have to do it all. But the man was beaming, really using that aim assist. Just maybe it's fairly strong. Are you a MNK or aim assist game?
No,
sorry,
MNK, mate.
Controller.
MNK, all the way. I'm only controller if I'm playing the old game that we cannot mention because it's not a favourable game, Call of Duty, but that's all I'll say. Back into the action, on board with King. Not going to go through the phase run this time, moving towards that first ring as he'll swing his way closer to the action. On now board with Kanga Elbow. Got the alternator and the P2020. Flatline as well for Robotussi. He's going to look for some contact, and we have got contact. King will take the first ignition. Will take some damage though. Only one shield gone as the nade will come through. Moving around, and look how they're stacked now. They're all stacked as a 3. They're trying to take a count quite closer together.
Very tight.
Yeah, so they can play for those trades, ladies and gentlemen. So we move around. They're starting to shift around a bit, so Kanga Elbow will be cracked on shields, and weapons to Max is very low as well, so Outback looking a little bit dangerous in this section.
Oh, big shots there from Bone Killer. Going to have to get a little heal up as he jump over to the 3-0-1. The classic Apex Legends weapon with that 2-time. Oh, big beams and weapons to Max. Going to go down instead. They're pushing up the lifeline. Heal. Bone Killer doing a lot of work here, but weapons to Max is down. Lifeline maybe going to do some work there, but Virtual Self needs to stay in, needs to keep the team alive. They got 2 down. One more down. King is up.
All left to King now in a 1v1. Close damage going through. It's a real close gunfight, and King is a whisker away from dying. The pings will come in. Virtual Self and weapons to Max in the 2v1 situation. It's all now left for King to pull this out for Malbusi. He is very low. Virtual Self will heal up. King is now got full shields back, so he's going to use his teammates as a little bit of cover. This is a smart tactic, so he's going to get out of there, but he is so low, and this is a bad situation for him.
He is the definition of one. Oh, but he's got some beams. He's playing fairly aggressive for a man with, well, no health or shields. Arcstar's gonna go out so low. There's not too many heals out here. He needs to get the sell off. He's got one and take a little bit of damage. Oh, there's a nice beam there on Von Killer, and now it's a little 1v1. Oh, stepping up his Virtual Self. 3-0-1 gonna push up. Has a charge rifle in hand. Not using it at all. Probably not the time to either. But gonna move up. It is a 1v1 Arcstar. Watch out, Virtual Self. That'll sting you. We're gonna push up. 3-0-1 beaming. Only 2 players standing, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty relatively same amount of health for both these players. King with a beautiful Arcstar, trying to force him out into an odd position. Does get the knock, but there's still one more, so you can hear the crowd going off. He sees him, but hasn't got the Mozambique reloaded. He's low on health, and Malbusi will win it. Woo! 2-1, and they are loving it.
Elbow with the high five. Go off, boys. Yes, we see you, King. Calm down, mate. You took the W, but that is tense stuff, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we want to see. That is, oof, that was kind of tingling for me. I
was a bit
I love
nervous.
watching that. Yeah, I don't know why we're nervous. Oh, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
That's
Knock
a
'em in.
W.
Close last engagement there from King and Virtual. They had to play it off, and there was very low shields. The crowd loved it. But Melbourne will take this game 3-1.
Yeah, love to see it. And King playing that very well, just on the knockdown shields, just inching forward, slowly healing, maybe a bit slower healing than I would have liked, but hey, got the W, that's all that matters. And they take the W and move on. There's plenty of action to still come, ladies and gentlemen, as we dive in. Oh, coming back to us. Me. Oh, remember, sign up if you're missing today, ladies and gentlemen, because there is a lot more action for the Fortress Melbourne House Cup presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. Make sure to get involved. Maybe we'll see you play a game or two in Rocket League, maybe?
God, no.
You're a bit of a demon. I mean, that's what you've been telling me the whole time.
Demon cast, Rocket League, maybe definitely not play. I could not move those sticks. I have no motor function in that game. I would be a sack of rocks. But in terms of that game, is that more the style that you see in traditional arenas, that quick play, those 1v1 late games where it starts to become a little bit tedious and you're going back and forth a bit?
Yeah, that was a bit more of what I expect to see, and I think we're going to see more of that as the day, the evening goes on. Everyone's going to get a little sweatier, playing tight, and that ending, like that's as good as you can really get in these arena games when no third party incoming, which is just so nice sometimes. Just to get a break from BR where it's like, here's everyone. But today, just arenas 3v3, Fortress Melbourne Cup.
You know the Melbourne. Go ahead.
What was the highlight, you reckon, of that one?
That last interaction between King and, I believe it was virtual, but that last interaction was things we want to see out of this tournament, the plays, as well as the beautiful crowd reaction we got from everyone in the Fortress Alienware arena.
I know, even with this headset on, still hear the hype, and that's what we want to hear, ladies and gentlemen. Get hype for your gamers, for your mates, for whoever's playing out there. Maybe you can make some friends today to team up with in the future, because you're going to see some sweaty players and be like, I want that guy on my team. But with the Telstra replay here, just nice to see the 301 out there. Was really hoping to see that charge rifle come out the back.
Oh, yeah.
But not really the game mode for it. Maybe when it's not so tense, because holy, but that Arc Star from King, I think that was what sealed the W.
Sealed the deal, King. Look how lower health he was, but jumped down without having the Mozambique reloaded. Little bait and switch. First shot. Melbourne will take that W 3-1.
Yeah, not bad at all, King. Not bad at all. I'll see more of them later in action, but now just waiting for game 3 to roll up. Yes, still on Phase Runner. $700, that's a lot of money for just playing some Apex. It's free to sign up here for the Melbourne Fortress House Cup.
So why not? Just 700 for also Tetris Effect and Rocket League. Sign up, it's free to play. If you're in Melbourne, you're close by, transit in, you can come in, it's free.
And even if you're not, just make sure to spend less than $700 on your ticket to get here.
Exactly. No, but you can sign up with the website tiny.cc/FHC.
Yes, and just remember the houses. I wonder if we'll see any of the other houses get involved. Maybe Boots and Jim want to come in. We'll see. Currently, my house is 2 wins and no one else has won.
Stop it.
Just letting you know that
So
I have not lost.
Valor will come back and we will be on top. Valor on top. That's all I got to say. We're defending champions and we've got to keep that streak going. So all I can say is don't count us out yet, mate. Don't count us out yet.
No, we're going to win. I told you. But it looks like we've got a little mix here, but look who it is. And I even know the Wee Woo team, that's all Karinas. They got my back, it would seem. So I guess you're taking Gamble Room, seeing as we've got Vela.
I'll take
couple
Gamble Room.
there. I'm excited to see these boys play. I know these guys sort of well from their gameplay. We'll see what they've got for us. But we're on Encore here. So a little different. We're moving on to a new map, which is nice. It keeps things just fresh. It's always nice to see.
Not as tedious, but run me through Encore. Discuss what you see when the map Encore shows up on your screen.
Well, it's really bright because, holy, they got a lot of LEDs. This must be like a streamer room, right? They got that many LEDs.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I know. I need more because I
That's
don't know if I'm a
Miami.
professional.
The palm trees in the back as well.
Miami streamer room. That is what Encore is. We've nailed it.
Good on ya. But discuss this WeWoo team to me in more depth. What do you see when you see these three players?
So if you don't know me, I'm Brad, and I commentate, host scrims, and lots of tournaments for the Apex Legends community. And these guys, they've been in a lot, and they've even done the Challenger circuit, trying to get into that Pro League for ALGS. So they've got a lot of experience together. We'll see if they've got it, though. I mean, I know they're good, but does everyone else, and will everyone else learn to come in to Encore? Let's see if these boys can put on a show for me at least, because, I don't know, just want to see something cool.
I think we're tipping WeWoo as the favourites here. It's hard to say, but two of the Velas. And we've also got Boots in the game as well. So Gamble Room, Neon Flyer, Rolfie, and Grill vs. Man 098 coming to the mix now. Let's run through this WeWoo team.
Well, I think we'll jump over to them, but that'll be Conker, Timmy Time, Rickster, but we've got Gamble Room. Let's not count them out yet. Like, they could be absolute demons, and I just haven't seen them before. But Grill versus Man. Love that name because I love a grill. We'll see. Here's Timmy Time, Conker, Rickster on the WeWoo. Let's see. Pathfinder for Timmy Time. Let's see. Oh, he's got a wingman. First one was seen out here. Not quite hitting his shots, Timmy. Let's see what you've got.
A wingman is the weapon that you need to hit your shots with. If you can't hit your shots, then it's a practically useless gun. But we're back to the Mozambiques, aren't we?
Of course.
We love the Mozambiques, don't we, out here in the Fortress Cup?
And Rickster's just got a nice little purple RE45 there off the care package. We're going to see those shots, because that gun used to be a little bit of a joke weapon as well. Now it's quite a bit of a beast when it's kitted. And now they're just playing it slow, though. Let's see. Rolfie, Grill versus Man, Neon Flyer. They've got a little elevation here. Just pinging out. Nothing too fast. We've got a Mirage here. I do love a Mirage in arenas. Going to see some decoys out here shortly, but as you can see, WeWoo holding hands here nice and tight. Sharing the love, sharing the heals. But slow playing it here. We'll Conker with a little 12. It takes a little damage as well. The ring too. Very slow game, like we've seen earlier. The first game, just feeling each other out, but maybe it'll speed up.
Gamble Room look to seem to have the ring a little bit more in their favour. They are on that backer side where we need to begin to move their way forward. Peacekeeper coming out now for Conker, and he's going to have to move around. Slower play from the first two games that we've seen. No real big engagements right off the rip. But these two teams seemed a little bit more disciplined as they begin to work their way forward into this second ring. As ring number one will begin to close. Now we see Timmy Time begin to hit his shots, take 45. He's going to look upward. Nothing real prominent yet.
Yeah, I think with Gamble Room taking that high ground, it's sort of taken the wind out of WeWoo. I think it's always Apex Legend. High ground, high ground, high ground, location, location, location. And it's just slowing them down. It's so much harder to fight uphill battles. And yeah, they've just got a little rough here, WeWoo. But Gamble Room, oh, jumping down. They're going in now, ladies and gentlemen. Getting up close and personal. Ricks the baby. Oh, Mozambique gets the knock. Mirage already down as well. Lost Grill versus Man. It looks like the cleanup is all there for WeWoo from Timmy. And that Mozambique, he was like, wingman? Nope.
Nah.
Mozam.
Pretty flawless effort there from WeWoo. They'll take round number one. So 2 away from moving on and disposing of Gamble Room, but can't count them out yet. Still a long way to go for WeWoo to close this out. We're going to see at least 2 more rounds, at least. Let's try and find a third. Gamble Room to try it up. They need this round to even possibly have a little bit of a step in, but if they lose this, they're going to have to reverse sweep.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the bye period to end. Let's see if Timmy's going to go back to that wingman. Wasn't the best shots. Conker's actually got the flatline 301 for Rickster, baby. Let's see if they can trust the weapons. It's also, as you get further in, you get the weapons you're more used to playing with. It's sometimes a little hard and maybe you're a little rusty. First game of the day, you got to get your warm-ups in. Maybe you've been in the firing range, but let's see what WeWoo. Let's see if Timmy Time's going to start hitting those wingman shots. Not quite yet. Timmy, going to go for a little Kobe. Oh, skyward grenade. Is he going to land. Oh, the 72. Not bad, Timmy. Working on that arm. Oh,
Beautiful.
nice shots. Taking only a little bit of damage, but take it away, Smokey.
Beautiful nade there from Timmy Time. He does well. We put the pressure on. Neon Flyer have to resort to a shield bat as he is all out of it. Starting to lose his main health now, but back on board with Timmy Time. And back to missing those shots, Timmy. Please, for the love of God, hit those shots for us. We want to see it pulled out. And Grilverse Man has also got the wingman in hand. He's missed. Come on, hit. No, not quite. He's going to take a lot of damage and resort to falling back. He's going to rotate all the way back to his team and pick up the flight line now. Oh, he is a whisker. Sneeze on him. He dies, and there it is.
Someone sneezed real hard there with the 3-1 Rickstar going hard. They've got 2v1. Oh, it's now a 1v... nothing?
Don't even know what happened.
GG's, wee woo. Going fast for those W's there. Running a little confident now, it would seem. Back-to-back game dubs. Now they're happy with it, so let's see if they're going to maybe have a little bit more fun in this third round, or are they still going to play tight, sweat it up? Let's see exactly. But Grilverse Man, Rolfie, Neon Flyer. Maybe they can bring it back for Gamble Room, but Corinna looking for a third W. I'm just going to hold this over your heads.
Yeah, you are. Gamble Room need to find 3 in a row if they want to have a chance at even putting an effort to moving on to the next round. Weewoo looking very dangerous at this point in time. They are disposing of Gamble Room, Neon Fire, Rolfie and Grillverse Man. Going to have to find something here between this very unstoppable force in Weewoo right now, but the shots come in and they're going to take a lot of damage, Weewoo. Timmy Time resulting to an early sell. He's got the longbow now, pulling it out. Hits one. Can he find another one? Not able to find any of those 3, 4 and missing. Weewoo trying to take their time. Conker down to half of his shield. Starting to throw the thermites. Getting in a beautiful engagement now. Rickster taking a lot of damage. And Conker, he's down to almost less than half his health, but will regain through a shield bat. Slow play from the first 2. A lot more going for Gamble Room now.
Yeah, we're on the longbow with Timmy Time. Oh, hits a nice 55 back to back. Oh, that's what we like, Timmy. Get that longbow working. Oh, they're moving in. They got Neon Flyer down. Gee, there's that Thurston we were talking about earlier. Oh, who's read it? Oh, coming in, Rickster, baby. R9, and there's the cleanup, and Weewoo takes a W. And the boys, fist bump, boys. Nice W. Sweating it up. Little 3-0 there. Well played.
Dapping each other up. It was that last few little engagements in round 3. You could see it just started to flood toward Weewoo's way. They pulled out the longbow. Started to hit the longbow shots. I think it was, let me remind myself who had the longbow on Weewoo.
It was Timmy Time.
He started hitting his shots like he hit his shots with the wingman and he pulled it through. That obviously costed detrimental for Gamble Room. The health goes and then the push comes in and it's night. Weewoo move on.
Yeah, solid play there from Timmy Time. Getting the longbow out, I'm not sure if he does it by just usual play or because I said it and he can hear me because they're just behind us. The crowd is all there and all the gamers are there. And yeah, love seeing a little bit of diversity with the weapons because sometimes it's just Mozambique, and it's like...
To be fair, Mozambique kind of went away in that last bit of the map. We saw, the first time we saw a wingman and then they started to pull out the longbows and it got a little bit interesting. You did ask for a longbow? Ask and you shall receive.
What else can I ask for?
Come on.
No, maybe later. Well,
Deeper into the bracket.
yeah, I wasn't thinking Apex, unfortunately. But let's focus on the action and our gamers here. We've got plenty of them behind us, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure to be here for the Fortress House Cup presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. And that's 3 wins for my house. I'm going to bring this up until we lose, and probably even then I'll keep going because I'm that kind of person.
We'll get one. Valor will get one. They're not going to let us down. Valor will pull through. I promise you that. But these gamers look pretty confident. No, Weewoo cleaned up 3-0. I think it was Go Burton 3-0. But the closer game that we saw prior between Mubasi and Outback, that 3-1 was the kind of closer game that we'd like to see, but that's still a good display of Apex, showing how confident players can be and also showing the skill bracket between players.
Yeah, and they actually were very easy wins, I would say, by the end, but the first game was so slow compared to all our others, and then it just sped up as we come to the Telstra replay. Just a reminder, all the players are using the Telstra network today here at Fortress Melbourne, playing on some Alienware PCs. Let's see these shots here. Ooh.
This is what changed it. That damage from Rickstar pushing through, and then he just gets real up close and personal. The R99 comes out. Didn't even need the Mozambique. Going close range and does all the work. I think he found all three. I believe he did.
I just missed that last one, but he definitely was doing the hard carry there. So we'll see if he's going to do all the work or if Conquer and Timmy Time are going to step up their game. But nice work there with the R9. Also, the first time I've seen a bit more diversity there. Haven't seen any energy weapons, surprising. Actually, no, we saw one Devotion.
Yeah.
But I was expecting to see a few Havocs and things, but maybe they're saving those for the later rounds.
The big guns, we like to call them. But do you think that's one of your favourite, like the favourites traditionally to go through to that final and push through?
I think they're definitely up there because, yeah, there's some very solid competitive players. They play a lot of Apex. maybe not always arenas, but a lot of it does translate, especially obviously gun skill moves across between both modes, and there's not too much diversity in the map. You want to take that high ground, obviously, and then, well, beam their heads off and make them dead.
That's what they did. They beamed their heads off, and they showed 3-0 sweep. Pretty easy for them. But as we wait for our next game, do you think that's going to be the style, the slow build-up and then the quick finish?
Yeah, 100% I think it will, because a lot of these teams obviously not going to be familiar with each other. You just want to feel out your first game, feel if they're hitting their shots. It's obviously, for most of them, probably, I'm sure they're warming up here somewhere on these PCs at Fortress Melbourne. But yeah, their first real competitive game, you always get that little competitive nervousness and that
Of course.
sort of...
I think we're pretty nervous, but for the players, they're also pretty nervous. So they'll start to warm up in these opening rounds. They'll start to find their footing, as well as seeing what works for them, get the fingers warm and beginning to settle themselves down, getting further into the tournament. But the one thing that I can't take my eyes off is how quick some of the rounds go. They go so quick early on, but then when you start to get the later rounds, that second and third, mainly if you even get further like the 3-1 that we saw, that fourth round was so slow. It was ticky-tack. It was back and forth. They were going trade for trade, heal for heal, and then back into a gunfight.
Yeah, I think it's just as the armors get a little bit stronger, they go blue to purple and can take that little extra damage. You get a few more heals. Though the weapon's usually hitting harder as well, but then again, like we said, Mozambique's always hitting pretty solid these days. And yeah, it'll just be interesting. But yeah, I think all our first games will always be pretty slow, and then teams feel each other out. They'll be like, full send!
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we'll see a few Ape games, but that'll be a bit later maybe. But for now, we're going in, and whew, look at this. You want to run us through this? It'd be weird if I did.
Well, Valor is on 4,800. My house.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's going to be very different.
But
It's going to be very different after today already, obviously.
I think we'll go with the house standings right now. So Valor with 4,800. And run us through the other three, because I'll take Valor 4,000.
Oh, okay. Easy. It's good when I'm winning. I don't like it when I'm not on top. But yes, got a little Corinna, maybe not so high. Jim, not so high, but 1,500 there.
Boots.
Yes, you're in front. Look, we get it. Don't
don't
be
know
that
if
guy.
that's the right standings, but we'll take it for now. We take what we see and we move on with it. So, run us through what the house winner overall over the whole season gets at the end of the season.
That's a great question that I forget. Can you figure it out? But we'll cover that in a moment. But let's talk about Apex Legends, because we'll talk about the points breakdown for the houses that they'll win. Because 1,000 points from today, 700 for second, 500 third, fourth, fifth and eighth, 250, and just 50 points for 9th, 16th. Last season was your house. Look, we get it. We're moving past. Don't talk about Season 1 anymore. Season 2, the Fortress.
It's a new bond. It's a new era in the House Cup, and also meaning some different games. We do see a familiar one with Tetris Effect Connected coming back into the pool for these houses, and these gamers getting to play. But we also get to see Rocket League, a 3v3 based tournament. It's just car soccer, nothing special about it, but it's a very entertaining game.
Yeah, I've never played it, but I've watched a bit of it. You're obviously a bit more experienced with it. It really is car soccer, isn't it?
It literally is.
With some
It's literally
power-ups, and then it's like go
Yeah,
super fast and do a flip.
Some boosts, but it's very technical. That's why I'd never play it, because not that good. But back to the Apex Legends, more your strongest suit. How's Apex treated you throughout your Apex career?
I mean, I'm the best player in the world. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's wrong. Unfortunately, I'm
Not on the script.
pretty terrible, but yeah. What, was I reading someone else's game sheet? No, my stats are terrible. I've got at least over a 1 KD, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I don't play as much as I used to. Used to really grind it out, hours and hours and hours, because there was this little thing called COVID that happened, and you know, there was a lot of free time to play video games. So might have notched up 15,000 kills or something on that. But I'm sure there's a few gamers out here today with something that can dwarf that in numbers. But right now, we're waiting for Game 4 to get underway, and maybe Corinna will win this, and maybe just to be the whole day of my house winning.
You just winning. You in the
Or
winning
maybe it's just
mood.
we've got the most people.
Maybe. I'd like to see the stats for those. But
Can we have a recount?
we will hopefully move, as we say that now, we are moving in to map 5, and we've got 2 familiar teams. Run me through it.
Looks like a little return to Encore when Malbusi and Go Barton. So 2 winners here. It's going to be interesting to see, because obviously a lot of these teams, and as you see, Corinna, but we've got someone else at least out here performing.
Jim.
The big blue boy, Jim.
My boy Jim. No, but Go Barton had a bit of a clean sweep. They 3-0'd, but Malbusi had to go a little bit harder. They had to go for the 4th map and take that 3-1. But back to Encore, the desert map. What are we going to see? What's the trend for Encore? We did see a little bit more of a high ground, low ground situation on that first round, obviously. And then the second and third kind of shifted towards that right-hand side of the map. They started to look towards a more equal level, grounded 1v1 style, and then began to play trades.
Yeah, I think it's straight. Take that high ground. It really does stick out on Encore. So you've got to take that straight away. Because like we saw, even though we were probably pretty confident in that first game, they were on the low ground and they were kind of stuck until the ring forced their opponents off the height. So yeah, you really want to take that high ground, get in there fast. That's where, like a Pathfinder, they just go for that grapple, try to get in there early and wait for the teammates to come in. Because yeah, expect to see more lifelines as the day goes on, and then yeah, combo of other characters to go along. But I think a lot of Pathfinder or lifeline out there. We'll see some Sears, Bloodhound, the big boy Gibraltar maybe. Depends as well what you're comfortable with. Who are you comfortable playing when you're out there?
If I'm playing normal BR, I'm picking Octane 100% of the time.
Speedy boy.
I just like to be able to move a little bit freely, move a little bit quicker, and have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah, he does allow that. You're just constantly going and going.
He's here.
The Pathfinder. The Speedy boy is out there. Some Mozambique, of course, out here. Here's some shots. Looks like going for that high ground. Oh, a little battle on top here. Nice shots there from Kane, breaking the armors on Robust Aussie. King, McCarthy, long range Mozambique. It's always funny to watch.
McCarthy will get knocked though. King will be the result of that. He's going to have to go all of the information now, putting the pings, trying to keep his life alive as Kane will pull out the bat to try and get his health back to maybe full, but King will now go down. So 1 apiece for each of these teams as Kanga Elbow will start to push in. He'll get taken out by Kane. Kane's putting in some gunshots. DJ fighting now. Robotozzi, he's the last one alive. Half health gone, no shields to play with, and it's on to DJ. DJ, he's got a lot of armor to work with here, ladies and gentlemen. He's got more than the merrier. He's also got Kane on his side. Robotozzi's just dodging and weaving, taking some shots. Unlikely to win. Kane will close it out.
Ooh,
Go Barton, 1-0.
Classy. Go Barton taking the W there. Solid play there. See if Malbusi can come back. But yeah, your Speedy boy Octane out there for McCarthy. Kane and DJ. I think this is one of the compositions not quite expecting, but seeing Mad Maggie out there with the Wrecking Ball, the Riot Drill, causing a little bit of chaos. It's going to be interesting to see if Malbusi can bring it back, though. Elbow King and Robust Aussie. Let's see. Do you think they're going to bring it back?
I'd like to think they would. We saw them obviously not long ago. They did have a little bit of a slower start, going down 1-0. They did, and then they brought it back to win that. Obviously, that map 3-1. The Go Button will take the first round, and we move to round 2. Malbussy need to find their footing now. And it starts to move like this. Robitussi takes damage early, but will heal up, and some whiffed shots a little bit. Elbow, a little bit shaky there, but he isn't like that usually. Getting behind DJ, will try and find the knock, and he does find that knock. DJ's got to go, so he'll be down for this round. He could get res, but I think the finish will come through. His health is gone, and Top King will find some...
saying no to the res there. Finisher. Oh, nice shots. Elbow. Ultimator. Oh. Just saying, hey.
Bit of BM there, don't you think? A little bit of BM, a little bit of a teabag, but we move on from those. But Malbussy, as I said, bring it back to 1 apiece.
Might have just forgot he was in a public space, and then he's like, oh, they're sitting right over there. And then it's like, I see you, but brought it back, 1-1. Got an alternator. Trusty weapon here. Doesn't always get the love, but when it had disruptors, it had got too much love, and everyone was going after that weapon. But just a trusty weapon, hit shots, and clever play to get behind there. And let's see, as the buying phase ends. I think the Valkyrie for Robust Aussie going to be interesting. Oh, pinging up top already. I think they want a little bit of Valkyrie high ground here. Let's see, shots. Oh, nice little beam of the whole team almost there. King looking for it.
McCarthy gets up in the air, moving across. Look at these high flyers. Robitussi, he goes down early. King now trying to avenge his teammate, looking for the gunfight. He pushes in. Kane's going to go. Kane and DJ on a Whiskers hair. He's going to go. He's low down. Now it's all down to McCarthy. He's in a 1v3, and it's going to be hard for him to win here. And it is hard for him to win as he is now eliminated. King coming through. There we go.
Yeah, Malbussy coming back here. They are bringing it back. It's now 2-1 in their favor. I think they're taking it a little bit more seriously. They're like, okay, lock in, boys. Hold hands. Let's play this Apex Legends style. Koala energy drink. I wonder if that's an Aussie drink.
Could be.
Could be. Like, never seen that before, and I'm like, why is there a koala in Apex? That's new, but hey, Fusey's out there. Is anyone going to be playing the Aussie character Fuse? Get those knuckle clusters going out? We'll see, but right now, Malbussy, King, they need one more for the W.
Looking towards this right-hand side of the map, it'll be King and Robust Aussie taking on the whole squadron of Go Button, the lone soldier, Kanga Elbow. Elbow's going to look to walk around. They spot one. King's going to see one through the doors, but not look to engage. If he opens this door, he might take that gunfire. Elbow getting a lot more information now. McCarthy taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to get out there using the Octane. He starts to sprint away. He's also taking a lot of punishment, but gets some punishment back. Beautiful shots from McCarthy. And Kane low, and it's all down to him now. The 3 versus 1 to save the game.
2v1, but the lifeline gonna make it 3 again. Oh, and King is beaming, and Malbussy taking the W after that slow start. Oh, the boys happy with that. GG's. Saying, I think he's signaling that he did nothing.
The boys, he's yelling out to us. The boys dapping each other up, pretty happy with that win. They'll move through the bracket as well, taking that 3-1. So another 3-1 game, and some of those gunfights were pretty intense, I'd like to say.
Yeah, I think we got our 2 first winners up against each other. It was a little bit more intense. You could just feel it. I don't know why you can feel a video game, but yeah, good fell, and we're just getting word. Malbussy qualifying with that one, so they're moving on to our semi-finals. Be loving to see that. Let's see exactly, though, who else is going to take them down, because, well, we've got a lot of games to go, but that one was pretty intense.
We still have a whole other qualifier, a whole other bracket, whole new teams, but some teams may go and register again, so we could see, was obviously Malbussy qualifying, but we also see Go Button come back through, maybe playing the semi-finals against them.
Yeah, maybe. It's nice when you've got that little second chance, maybe, if there's room in the bracket out there. But yes, we're here. Fortress Melbourne House Cup, presented by Telstra, supported by Alienware. Telstra's helping these players play on the network, and Alienware is what these amazing PCs they're running. I wonder if I can take one home. Do you think that's okay?
Don't ask me. It's a lot of pressure to get one home. I think my PC goes all right. I do have an Alienware as well, and it runs all right. But these PCs, the Aurora R9, also known as the Dark Side of the Moon, is what these gamers are playing their Apex Legends on. Looks pretty smooth, but we'll go back and have a look at this Telstra replay.
Yeah, the boys of Go Barton started off very, very strongly. Robust Aussie Albo was a bit worried because I do know these guys. It was like, oh, they might be out early. Was going to be a little bit disappointed in them, but man, they really pulled back on 3-0 after that first loss. And the teabag, ooh.
Elbow a little bit BM there, but it's all part of the game. It's all in good faith.
All in good fun.
Yeah, exactly right. McCarthy beaming through as well, but these two teams seem pretty evenly matched in the first 1 or 2 rounds, and then obviously taking it away, and they'll move through. Bit of disappointment, all smiles from the Go Barton boys.
Well, when you're at Fortress Melbourne Cup, there's always a good time to be had, no matter even if you're not winning. But I think the big difference in that game was actually the lifeline, getting those reses. It's not much. No other character can do that. Just like keep fighting while resing. Even though Gibraltar's got his fast res with the bubble, you got to buy it. It's like just go res quick now, do that. I think the lifeline was the difference.
It was a key factor. Obviously, they went from a 2v1 for a winning situation. King had half his shield, full health. The other two on the Malbury team had nothing. That res comes in, and then it's basically like having 2 full shields in the 3v1. There's a little bit over from there. But as you did say, that lifeline is a big key turning point. Players might start to opt for it, seeing that and seeing how it affects gameplay and how they situate themselves in gunfights.
Yeah, it was fun seeing Mad Maggie get out there as well, coming like a wrecking ball. I'm not going to sing that though, because that's not what I'm here to do. And also, it would burn everyone's ears, so gonna just not sing any wrecking ball. Just every time I read wrecking ball, I'm just like Miley Cyrus. It's just like
Icon.
Yeah.
Iconic. But
Yep.
what can you do? So Melbourne do qualify. They'll move on. They'll be our first, I believe, semi-finalists, and they'll then play in the best of 1, I believe the semi-finals are, and then move on to hopefully play in that final for the big cash prize. But still a whole second qualifier to come. What are your thoughts on that first qualifier?
It was intense. Like, that was the most intense game. Even though with the earlier Malbury game when they had the slow play, like that was just that one situation, but you could tell it was getting a little sweatier, just elevating. Everyone's getting warmed up, locking in. And it's time to take down. But like we were talking about earlier, Houses, mine obviously doing well. It's going to win the whole Melbourne House Cup. But no, the winning team will get everyone that's here turns up on week 6, October 1st. All members of the winning house present get a prize pack. So everyone that's Corinna, make sure you're there because we'll be winning. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, time to go to a break.
Yep, so we'll see you after the break for a little bit more of Apex Legends. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Maybe grab a drink, some refreshments, and we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortress House Cup, presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. After the break, we are now back for some more Apex Legends. The game hasn't changed, but the competition has. So we're going to see our second qualifier kick off now, as our first qualifier has just ended, and we're seeing one team go through. We'll find out who our second, third, and maybe fourth is.
Yeah, I think it's about to get really sweaty. I know a couple of the teams coming up, and excited to see what they've got for us, if they're going to go full sweat mode or if they're going to play it a little slow like those first games. All the games just ease into it, but I think everyone's warming up in the firing range. We're maybe running a few arena games together on the computers behind us, but we're about to see some Apex Legends action.
Back into it, so we've got the same sort of map rotation. Got Party Crasher, Phase Runner, and Encore. Nothing's changed there, but the players have. But we go through the bracket again, so there's another reset of bracket. There's another way that we shifted it out. We see new players, new competition, new play styles, probably the same guns. We're going to see definitely Mozambique in there or two, but maybe you wish for a gun, you get it. What do you want to see this time?
I want to see a Sentinel. We'll stick to the wanting sniper rifles. That thing can get charged up and rip heads off, which is fun to watch. Probably, for me, the most satisfying sounding weapon in the game is the charged up Sentinel shot. So we'll see if anyone's going to bring that for us, though. Like we know in arenas, limited shield cells, so maybe not wanting to burn through those, but we'll see once we get to the later rounds. But yeah, so if someone wants to run a Sentinel for me, behind me, I'd appreciate that. We'll see how you go.
Still the all-important first place. We'll get the top crash prize of $700. Second, we'll take it at $400. And third and fourth, we'll take 200 big ones. But still the same amount of House Cup points. We still also have our Spot Up Awards with the Jester and the MVP. Do you have any favourite plays so far yet, or still looking out in the crowd?
I think we're still looking. We saw some nice clutch-up stuff that is always pretty exciting. Got the crowd going a little bit. Love hearing the people cheering, so keep that up, everyone. But yeah, just the slow play, but I wouldn't mind seeing someone going for a little crazy, maybe 360 headshot, Pathfinder sort of grapple, you know, just casual stuff. Something easy.
Something outlandish, something out of the blue. But we will talk about our Telstra Player of the Day award, so one of the things we have. So Telstra Player of the Day, maybe the sharpest shot or the sickest combo, as you have said. But we'd like to thank Telstra for that. We also have two other awards, the Alienware MVP, obviously the best player from the tournament, and the Jester, funniest play, as you said, falling off the map, arc star to a teammate. What did you see?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. That one I'm definitely thinking a lot of, because I'm like, I really want to see something that stands out for that one. The other ones, they'll sort of take care of themselves, traditional Apex style, but the Jester, a little fun with it. Could get a little prize for that if you maybe have we'll call it a happy accident.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
But we'll see exactly what people are going to bring, but we've still got a lot of Apex to watch.
100%. So we still continue through our best of ones, but once we get to that all-important grand final, that will move to a bit of a longer best of three. Do we think we'll see the same trend of a quick first round, 2 rounds, and then it'll start to slow down if the teams are evenly matched, or are we just going to see some quick gameplay throughout the whole round of that Apex between those two teams?
It's hard to know, but I think it's going to slow down a bit, because even the best teams, they know there's a solid prize pool here. You got to want to win it, and you got to play safe sometimes, but you got to stick to your regular style. So we'll see exactly, but I think it's going to be fairly fast-paced. I mean, that's Apex Legends. You go, 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 go.
I think you've got to be in it to win it, ladies and gentlemen. But as we scroll around the Alienware Arena through all of our different point of views, we see all different players. They're either warming up or in games already, and they are starting to fizzle out into the brackets. Now, the house points, let's talk about that. Winner, first place for their house, gets 1,000 points, and Vela's been on a bit of a slower start. Wilbur Carina has taken a bit of a leap, as everyone is a Carina member.
Apparently so. It's great. We are winning by numbers and skill. We've got literally everything going for us. And good looks, apparently. So, yeah.
Oh, please, mate, please. No, you are a very handsome man. But first, we'll take 1,000 points. Second, we'll take 700. Third and fourth, we'll take 500 points for the house. Fifth through eighth, 250. And ninth, all the way through to 16th, we'll get 50 points for their team. We're going to see some of the players come up now. Maybe they might give us a smile. Talking strategy. Maybe what do you think they're talking about?
Picking Mozambiques every single round, getting hammer points as quickly as possible.
There we
and going crazy for it.
A bigger name here. We have a bit of a, I'd say, celebrity in the Apex scene. One of your maybe counterparts have got Fangita. So maybe she might give us a wave, or she's pretty much locked in.
Got to be locked in, because it's game time. They could be up in this first game.
So one of the Apex streamers in the community is alongside yourself. We will move in, though, to the first game. And you want to run us through it?
I don't like the colours I'm seeing here. There's no Carina to be found. What is this? This isn't Apex Legends at all. No, we're on Party Crasher here. This is a fun map, I can't lie. It is one of the most fun maps. Good to look at, good to play on. Take that high ground on the Crashed Party. But yeah, we're going to see Woof Woof Awoo versus Washed.
It's going to be a fun name to say while casting, I can't believe that. No, it's a good name, I like it, I don't mind it. But run me through the gist of Party Crashers. What's the trends you see on this map?
Well, usually is always pulling one side or the other. If you can get to the top early of Party Crasher, and then it's usually get the knock, and then you usually, well, ship-to-ship warfare almost, with a little bit of medium sort of range battle, and then full send for the close range. Pretty much the traditional Apex Legends arenas sort of map, but we're going in now, having a nice little look around. It's a beautiful map. I really do love this one. It's got a lot of neon, but you got the waterfall in the background, the strobing lights. Lovely, lovely map as we jump into Wash. Stimlord on the Octane. And then we've got the Bloodhound and the Wraith. Little slower start, of course. Got to take the high ground. Scans going out. 3 hostiles, no way. But we're going to see exactly the Mozambique shot starting us off. I love that weapon so much. But right now, just a little slow here in the Mozambique. Everyone's got one. Buy one, get one free, apparently. Missile Swarm goes on out from Fangetta. Venus. Storm's Blade taking damage. All Venus is going to go down to Hunter's Mozambique. It's now finished. Oh, there's the shots in the backs side. Wolf is down to just one Wolf. Washed.
Really so.
2 players. Standing still. Oh, the Mozambique trading. Oh, getting the knock there. Fangetta getting knocked down. Oh, Stimlord going for it. Getting the knock. It's now a 1v1 here. Let's see. Might go for a thirst. Might need to grab a little loot. Oh, Fang's getting a little lifeline health drone action from the enemy. No, from her teammate. My apologies. But only 1v1 here. No armor. Fang taking the height. Oh, they're already up. They're going to jump on him, going for it. All the Mozambique shots, and she's going to go down, and Washed is going to take our first round.
Washed 1-0, so woo. Not a good start for them. Fangetta had to clutch out in the 1v1. All smiles from the team, however, they are in pretty much good spirits.
They might be laughing because we've got to constantly
We're going to say that, yeah, maybe they might. Who knows? But moving to round number 2, and it's best of 1. Washed will have the advantage, and woo need to find their footing and get back into this game. More trends there. Both players having no shield, looking towards a 1v1, and it just came down to a one-hit wonder going through it. But on board Stimlord 3000 is playing Octane, so the name is fitting, but we'll jump into it.
Going to go straight to the other side of the arena of the Party Crasher. Not going to be having a party this side of the map. See what Stimlord, fairly even after that first game. Let's see, Scan's going to go out. No hostiles. Yep, there's no enemies. You're all good. You're safe. Don't worry. You're completely fine. No one's aiming at you. Oh, wait, they are. See attack going out there from Venus. It's getting a little bit of information. Slow playing it there. Fangetta taking some shots there. Oh, bow check here on Venus. Love to see a bit of bow check action. Maybe a little Legolas for the W. Let's see what he's got. But right now, Venus just holding, waiting for a little door peek, little left-right. But Fangetta just holding on the Valkyrie. Love that character.
Slow start to this second round, playing with a little bit more haste, maybe a little bit more discipline from both these teams. Washed starting to play a little bit further back into the zone, the back end of it. 20 seconds till ring 1 will close, and we will start to move to ring 2. Shots, maybe some warning shots from Unta to scare woo and the squad. They maybe a little bit of contact here starts. Unta takes a bit of tag. 2 of his shields will go, and the bow check now coming back out. Can't really see through the hand. Bit of an odd angle, but we continue to move. Fangetta gets a good shot off first, and it's back to a slow pacing game.
Yeah, very slow indeed. It might come down to a final ring, but the next ring's going to just make everyone a little bit tighter, 30 seconds away. Looks like Wash just playing the low ground with plenty of coverage here. Kicking furniture, don't do that. That's rude. Don't do it here at Fortress Melbourne, guys. It's lovely furniture we've got here. But right now, just a very slow game. This is definitely our slowest, and a lot of the teams both showing each other respect right now. Don't want to get exposed, but right now you can see Wash really just peeking those doors, keeping things on edge for us all. But right now, no one really looking to get involved. Let's see exactly, but woo, we're like, are they still here? Maybe.
They're questioning each other. Maybe the fight might come through. Bow check in hand for Fangetta, and Storm's Blade's got the car. Looking to maybe circle around this third ring's going to be real close, and in comes the contact from Fangetta. Gets a nice first tag off with the alternator, swapping over. Trying to find the tag, and it's going to be a lot of damage from Venus. Shield's gone. We'll pull out the bat to recharge. So, Both these teams showing each other, as you did say, the respect that they deserve. And now we've got the player cam, so crossing through. And Gita's still on board, down to Stimlord. These 3 players on each side. The 6 players collectively trying to find some movement. And some nice shots. Trying to find a little bit of damage. Unter taking a lot. Going to pull out the shield bat. Second use, so now it's going to start to slow down. The ring will infinitely close in. It's going to be a real small ring, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to begin to kick off, and these fast players are going to come out.
Is this going to go to a heal up potentially? Oh, looks like it's going to take the height. Scorm's Blade and going to heal up. It's going to get real tight real quick. Fangetta getting those Mozambique shots while Scorm's Blade healing up. But this could go down to a heal-off.
It's going to be a heal-off. It's going to be a heal-off.
An arenas game? Has anyone seen this before? Oh, grabbing those, just trying to reach his Scorm's Blade, just gets him. This is going to be interesting, or is the game plan usually 1 stays up, heals, 2 go down. Here it comes. Oh, it's a tight one. They're all healing. No one's sending it. No sending. Who's the win? Who is it? Oh, it's... What happened?
I think they all just decided to combust and not really do much. No gunfight there, no real engagement from either team. They kind of just played real passively. Maybe the game plan for Woo, and they've held it out. They will now level the scores back to 1 apiece. So Washed go back down in a more unconventional way. Maybe they all might win the Jester Award for that one. A bit of a different sort of play in Arena. You don't really say that much, but back to level pecking, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, really. Never seen that before in my career with Apex Legends, so a little bit of tension there. And yeah, that ring real close as fast at the start, but Woo stepping on out. Maybe get a bit more damage, but these teams playing it slow. Hey, and if you're trying to get a W today, I understand that. Oh, Stimlord getting a little aggressive, but right now, Makian just holding back at the Mozambique hammers. P20 in the back pocket. Oh, nice shots there. P20 here. Hunter just looking. Stimlord almost just ratting, sort of, just healing up. Just doesn't want to get too caught up in the battle just yet. But Scorm's Blade. Oh, Fang get a nice alternator shots there. Oh, they're getting the pushed up one. Fang is very low. Going to crank a battery though, and looks like teammate's going to be able to cover. But that lifeline drone a little bit in the open. Probably doesn't quite want it there. Might want a little bit of cover. Let's see exactly. Or Venus, let's see what Robin Hood here can do for us. Venus on Twitch. Oh, just misses that turnaround shot. Needs to heal up himself.
Shot from the backside from Venus. Didn't see it coming. Now the push will come in. Fangetta trying to find some clicks on with the Mozambique, but it's going to be a lot the other way. Washed in control now in the 3 versus 2. Sorry, now it's gone back the other way. No, still the same 3v1. Fangetta knows it. They've dropped it. Woo down 2-1. Washed on match point.
Yep, here we go. This could be all over for Woo. Need to lock in, get that headset back on, Venus. You need to lock it in because this could be all it for them. Washed looking for the 3-1 victory on our second qualifiers first game. See exactly what Encore's got for us. Hopefully not another heal off. Hopefully it's something a bit crazier.
Maybe a bit more intense from both these teams. Woo need to win this to keep their tournament hopes alive. The tournament dreams at Wash need to find 1 and close it out. We saw this again. Stimlord getting aggressive, trying to take most control of the zone straight away. And the ring will be theirs. Wash take control, trying to get the high ground as well. Woo pushing in. They're going to go for a most likely early gunfight, but they are pretty spread out. The split between these two teams not coming in close. They are more distance away, but shots will come in. And Scorm's Blade going to find and miss. He hits air. Arcstar coming. Could do some damage. Won't. Gets away quickly. And it's 2 slow games again. Scorm's Blade's going to find some damage. Down low, Morgan. And we've got a cracked player now. It is the Wraith. And Woo in a position of authority.
Oh, Fangetta got a devotion here and not quite fully kitted up, but that thing can tear you apart no matter what it is. That gun is a beast. For second time seeing it. Haven't seen the Havoc just yet, but Hunter just healing up. Hammer point, Mozambique ready to go at any second. Same strategy as our heal-off game, so might see that. But Woo, they got a little different angle there. Well, it's actually kind of playing out the same way we saw earlier. No one really wanting to peek too much. Venus got that bow check perfect for just someone drops their head out and take it off. And fortunately, he can see a bit better than we can with that one. But it's just bringing it up. He's got it locked and loaded. Just misses those shots. Needs to hit one of these. Not able to there. He takes a little damage. Going to hit a cell and might need to hit 2 now. Just taking a little extra damage. Oh, he's almost go down. He's 1 HP. He's going to back away. Needs to heal up. Hitting the battery.
Venus, get the battery now. Full health as well as the lifeline. Going to get that robot's healing. So a lot of work to do now for Wolf of Wu. They're in a very bad position. They need to start to work their way into the zone. As Wash have the position of advantage. Untar, he's going to have to heal up to full. He got absolutely beamed on, but stays alive, so keeps his life. So Wolf of Wu in the bad position. Wash holding them out. Trying to keep them out of this zone, maybe giving them a Storm Tick as well. Storm's Blade low, Venus low, Fangita. Venus is now going down. Storm's Blade going to take a lot of damage to that zone. Fangita's going to go down. So now in the 2v3 situation, Stimlord drops down. Can he find a second? Does, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Washed.
Nice little jump shot to end it.
The game away from Wolf of Wu, 3-1.
Yeah, well played by them. A little bit of a nice little jump shot. It looked kind of showy at the end, but holding on that ring there, that was a big play. You saw how hard it ticked there on Squorm's Blade. It was a rough go there, but Washed moving forward. Wolf of Wu might be done. Hopefully there's no more names like that.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a... what's the word I'm trying to think of? Bit of an extravagant name, a bit out there, but Wolf of Wu will not be progressing. Unfortunate, but good to see them play, and a little bit of a longer game. More untraditional heal-off in Arena. Bit of a sight to see that was.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see that. Like, usually Arena very fast-paced, don't usually get to that final ring. But yeah, the heal-off, that is definitely something new to me. It's something you see occasionally in BR because of the craziness that can ensue, and usually people are fighting in that. But when it's 3v3, don't usually see that. I'm not even sure if other games have that sort of feature in these sort of arena games. You might know a bit more.
Oh, I think in the arena sort of standard, I don't think there's really a heal-off maybe other than Fortnite when it comes to Battle Royale heal-offs. I mean, even Apex has their heal-offs, but I don't think I've ever seen something like that in a game mode where it's really quick throughout. We've seen 4 or 5 quick games, and then it really slowed down after that point. But I think it's discipline as well. They were disciplined. They wanted to, you know, have the chance to move forward. They wanted to win that round, and that was the round they won, where they were a little bit more respectful. They were more disciplined of their opponents, and they, you know, took out the round, but couldn't get it done.
Yeah, got to do whatever you can to win, because, yeah, like we said, not a bad prize pool Fortress Melbourne has put together for the Fortress House Cup. And of course, presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. They're the PCs they're playing on. Beautiful LED-looking things. But yeah, more Apex Legends action here. Can't wait to see exactly who's going to step up next. I wonder who's going to really do something a bit different. Nothing too crazy in that game. Talk about what I want to see with the Sentinel action. Is there anything you want to see?
I like seeing the slower gameplay. Not more gun-wise. I like to see the gameplay more than what they actually use it, and more brings out the talent and how they use it. But in the fact that they're using maybe a gun that solidifies long range, like the bow check. Bit of an out there weapon, something different. But
like it.
In gameplay-wise, maybe something just quick right off the bat, slow off a bit like that one, and then that last few seconds where it's dire, everyone's 1v1ing, its trades are coming through, something like that, real intense, something good to, you know, get the crowd going.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see that as we move on. But yeah, it's going to get interesting as with the more advanced teams. We're jumping over the Telstra replay here. Just going to see a lot of Stimlord, Octane, your favorite out there. Bocek. It's always a caster favorite, the Bocek. I don't know why. It's a fun gun to watch with air quotes, because it's a bow that's not future a gun. Bow. It's so confusing when I say that. My brain's just like, nope. But GG's to Wash there. Well played. Now we've got a little bit more.
This next game could really solidify who's going to make that qualifier and who's going to challenge the team in Melbourne. We can't forget, though, they were our first qualifying team. Do we see, for this first game, obviously, do we see Washed being a contender to, you know, push Melbourne to a longer series?
It'll be interesting to see because obviously very different games both teams play. Like Malbusi and Weewu, they're still out there in competition. They were fairly fast with their gameplay, so that one a little slow. Wasn't able to really tell what Washed is capable of just yet. But hey, you take a victory and the only time you died was to the ring, so that's pretty good.
It's not too bad. It's a different sort of style of gameplay, that slower, more reserved gameplay that we saw in that second round. But in your opinion, is that a tactical thing or something that just happens because neither team really wanted to engage?
I'd say it would have been tactical because it's very easy to engage in arenas. Like, you know what you're doing, especially if you get a little bit of damage. They could have peaked a little bit more aggressively. So I think they're really playing it like competitively, trying to take a win no matter how. They're not going to be like, oh, we aren't playing the flashiest style. They want to take a win, and I kind of respect that because it's a tournament for prize money.
Game recognized game, and yeah, people are playing for some not overly big cash, but still a lot of money. $700 is a lot of money. That's a lot of work for some people. But these two teams played the way that they wanted to in the reserve style, and maybe other teams might adapt that and then look for the final ring in rounds to hunt for kills. Because they didn't really drop down. They just stood there and waited.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it happens again and if teams are like, hey, that kind of will work, and potentially they'll maybe wait for that final ring and then be like, we'll send it at them. And like some teams might not be expecting that. Hard to predict. Apex Legends, hard game to predict any day of the week. So we'll see what all these competitors here. It's going to be just interesting. Can't wait for the next game and seeing what else we've got in store. It looks like we might be doing that.
Oh, we got the bracket. Something new. So we'll run through it. Rain play Washed Up. Washed Up would go through and beat Rain. They've got Asian Fusion versus the B-Sharps. That game has not been played, probably been playing as we speak. Outback will come back in to the second qualifier. They were in the first qualifier, so they've got a second chance. They take that second chance. Snail & Co., they're going to have to play Outback. I think a little bit of an error there. Washed versus Woof Woof Woo. We have Woof Woof Woo going through. Explain the rest of the bracket for me. The other four games.
Well, what I want to notice is garlic bread and hot chips are two of my favorite foods, so I'm going to go for that team because I'm a garlic bread fiend. I'll have like usually 2 of those at home regularly because I'm like, it's just the best. Why is it so good? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Rent Free's obviously moved through already. Looks like they did well against the Wonder Lads. Fatal Error. Looks like garlic bread and hot chips might have 2 shots at moving on. We'll see exactly. But right now, I really want to get into some Apex Legends again because this has been like a whole minute, it felt like. I want my Apex.
Yeah. Well, we did see there, ladies and gentlemen, the 2 teams that qualified were Weewu and Malbusi, but we also saw Screaming Bees. Different team. Haven't seen them yet. It'd be good to see them. But looking at that bracket, you've got garlic bread and hot chips, 2 of your favorite foods. Obviously, you pick them maybe to be a supporting team. But I put Washed Up maybe to be there, or Washed. Those 2 teams could find footing and go through and play those harder games in those semi-finals, playing teams like Weewu and Malbusi. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously not seeing every single game out here, so there could be some demons out there that we're just like, yeah, haven't seen. But when it comes to the finals, we'll see everyone and we'll know exactly what's going on. But for now, there's teams moving on. They could have had extremely tight games. They could have been 3-0 easy walkthroughs. Only one way to find out is just wait here, see, and watch all the action. It's going to be interesting, and I'm just excited to be a part of it and having a good old Apex Legends time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get the chance to come down to Fortress Melbourne, as it is in the name, we are located in Melbourne, and we are presented by Telstra and supported by Onlyware. We have a beautiful fantasy tavern downstairs that serves some wonderful meals. Have you had a meal down there before?
Actually have, and it's very good quality. Like, it's pretty much your traditional sort of pub food that Aussies love. It's Palmer, by the way, not Palmy. If anyone wants to argue, I'll meet you at the bar. But no, quality food down there, and I'll definitely be going later if they're still open when this event finishes. But you know, we'll celebrate with the winners, maybe, whoever those will be. Yeah. Maybe they can give me garlic bread and hot chips, because I would happily have that for dinner.
So the Fortress Melbourne does have the tavern, as we did say, the fantasy-themed or medieval-themed tavern. There's a dedicated board game arena. Do you play any of the board games? Do you dabble in that?
I'm actually a demon at Connect 4.
I'll take that.
I won't lose at that. I've got strategy. I actually do as well. I'm not even kidding. I won't lose. I'll take everyone down at Connect 4. You just watch out. I've been playing since I was like 5. And I'm just a killer at it. Apex, whatever. Let's Connect 4 tournament next. Yeah.
I'll hold you to that. As well as in the tavern, there's 5 VIP booths that contain all different consoles, PS4s, Xboxes, PS5s even, and a Nintendo Switch. Can't complain with that.
That's a lot of consoles.
A lot of consoles. Can't complain with that though. But there is also their LAN lounge with 54 dedicated PCs, as well as 5 streamer pods, or 4 streamer pods, I believe. 5 streamer pods. 4 streamer pods. But I have used one of those, and they are very comfortable. They're very soundproof, and I think it's a good experience. If you ever get to go on the streamer pod, take it, because it's awesome.
It looks pretty great. We had a little look before, and yeah, they're very nice. And it's just makes my setup at home look kind of average. So, you know, thanks for that. But we're jumping into our next game.
So we've got OP Masters, and it's all purple on the left-hand side of the screen. So OP Masters, do it for Vela, please, as we go back to FaZe Runner, and they will be playing against Rent Free with a full team of Boots.
Yeah, Boots versus Vela. And little side note, Boots was the name of my first cat, so I'll definitely going for Rent Free. Actually, I even had a second cat, and we called that Boots too.
Fair enough. So I think you're going to take Boots, and I'll take OP Masters. But back to the first map we saw, so we could see that trend of both teams going through the FaZe Runners, fighting it or duking it out on that right-hand side, and a more interesting style of play, not more so passive, because there's no real area on FaZe Runner where it's able to be passive. It's a big open map. It's a pretty open map.
Yeah, we can see it here with the little fly through. You can see that center is very open. Weird climate issues they've got with so much greenery and then snow just there, but it's only snowed like half of the map. It's like, how did that happen? But Nick Serbs, Helbig, Raptor, going on in for Rent Free to start off our game. But a Bangalore, first time seeing her out there with Mad Maggie and Sia, so we're going to be smoking it up is Helbig. And Rent Free, by the way, another team I've seen before in action. So see who's going to take the first shot. It's got a flatline out here, Raptor, up against the Octane, the Gibraltar, and Mad Maggie squad with the OP Masters.
Quick early engagements there, Rent Free. Taking a little bit of damage, not too much to concern them. How big will have to do. Pop 2 shield cells, so that's 2 from his arsenal going down the drain. OP Masters, however, also have taken some damage, and they'll also get the big care package, and the 30-30 sniper rifle will come into play now, but a reliable Mozambique gets dropped for a rampage. But still no early engagements yet. Some gunfights, nothing too critical yet. But OP Masters looking to redeem themselves from the first qualifier and hopefully find their footing in the second qualifier. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Yeah, it's a slow play again in the 30-30 for Ray here. High skill weapon, but big damage if you can start hitting those shots. Has the 2-4 scope on it. Putting out some shots, just peeking up is Rent Free. It's going to regroup though. But the OP Masters playing it slow, playing together. Looks like little Phoenix kit for Nick Serbs there. Oh, nice little R9 through the crack there from Helbig. Big shots. Little slow play, just peeking. Raptor flatline going on out. Just playing it slow, patiently. Just feeling each other out still. I understand it. It's always going to be a little slow for that first game. You're not sure what you're up against here. But the 30-30, that could be big. And that rampage, whew, if that gets a thermite in it, that will just bulldoze you. But hitting that 56 there with the 30-30 headshot. Right.
Does as he did say, the 58. He's got the 30-30 in hand, so can he hit his shots and be a little bit more dangerous? Just Conte with the RE45 and the Mozambique. Both equipment. Still slow play. This is a bit different. As I did say, this map was a little bit more of a faster paced map as there's no real advantage spots to hide or hold their position. But we have seen that pretty early on as Ring 2 will close. And we now begin to move to Ring 3, which begins to beg the question. Another heal off? Probably not. but we'll maybe get some action as a Raptor. Shield's gone, but he'll have to resort to the battery. Back in, and Nick Serbs, he's in a position where he can find some damage, but doesn't find any damage. So OP Masters and Rent Free going tit for tat.
Yeah, little jump shots there from Nick. Helbig and Rent Free on the low ground position. Definitely no heal off here because there's only one level, so if they're healing off, they're not shooting at the person a meter in front of them. Oh, Nick Serbs getting pushed here by the big boy. Gets the knock though. Gisconte, Helbig, a little assist there helping out. Nick going to be able to heal if he wants, but I think he's just going to, well, stay in the fight. Gisconte still down there. Got Opie almost down the 30-30 hip fire. Got to hit the shots right. Oh, Nick Serb's going to go down. Raptors down as well. The comeback victory.
Very close encounter from both those teams. Rent Free not getting it quite close. OP Masters, I believe, will take the first one in that situation, right with the 30-30 going for the hip fires. Did connect on a few of those shots in, resulting in the map 1 or round 1 win as the buy period will begin to die down. So the trend that we see, slowest start, quick finish. But on this map, it was very, very tedious. Both teams were just feeling each other out, trying to see the pace, because they haven't played each other yet, so two new teams face off. And it begins like this. OP Masters with a 1-0 lead.
Going to move up is Gisconte Gibraltar here. Be using that bubble shield. Going to be hard to get a res if your teammate gets knocked down in arenas, because you'd imagine it's send it. But right now, Mozambique Digi threat here. Going to be good against the Bangalore in case a little bit of extra smoke comes out. But right now, OP Masters playing it slow. Both teams just giving each other the space. Bit of respect being shown. Oh, Mozambique shots at range. Getting a little bit of ray there. Not too much. Got Ope. Just going to regroup with the teammate as the flatline reloads. It's going to be ready to rock and roll once it gets a little tighter. But the ring, 30 seconds away from closing. And still plenty of space here. Well, the Spitfire spitting damage out, not getting too much, just keeping them at bay, but teams keeping it that sort of medium distance for now. Not doing anything too crazy.
Well, results of the battery. Raptor also needs to pull out shield cells. Even a shield battery might do the work for him, and he does. So he will lose that one, and all the health around the same for both these teams. Nick Serbs taking a bit of damage. Another battery being picked up here. Nick Serbs with one shield cell left. Looking a little bit dangerous here. Rent Free need this round if they don't want to result to the reverse sweep. Ladies and gentlemen, OP Masters holding their legs. They're holding their ground. They're putting the foot down. And their health seems pretty even. OP Masters looking to apply the pressure. Gunfights may start to come in now. Nice, beautiful shots there from God OP Master. Hitting a 54, sorry. Beginning to slow it down a bit. They're just waiting for a peak, waiting for a push. This could be the one to do it all. Ring 2, 13 seconds left before we start to smoke it down. They're getting a little bit closer now. Smoke comes in, visibility low for both these teams. Nick Serbs could get the flank on. Hits 1, hits 2, hits 3. Damage getting through, so shields crack for Raptor. He's low, he's going to try and get out of there, and he does well. Still very, very low for Raptor. He'll pop the cell. And the gunfight will slow down once again.
Yeah, the Gibraltar just able to slow him down with the bubble, but Helbig going for that Mozambique slide and glide, getting out of danger there. Everyone got those digi threats. Looks like Ray copping a little bit of heat there. Opie Master's going to go down. Looks like Nick Serbs down though as well here. Oh, one more down. It's a 1v2. Oh, going to drop on down. Flatline's going to go off here. Ray, very low. Got to watch out. It's 2v1 against him. And they're going to go down, making it 1-all.
Yeah, right. Tried to put the pressure on there. Not able to. Rent Free will get them around and bring it back to one apiece. So now everyone in the Fortress Alien Arena. It's 1-all. And the game, it goes like this. It's back to a level pecking. Now you play a best of 3. And it sits in the situations where OP Masters, maybe the momentum's just shifted. Rent Free might have that momentum. OP Masters maybe need to find their footing a little bit more. They were a little bit shaky there, some missed shots, but that's going to happen. Do you see this going the same way? Do you see this going a longer series, maybe a 3-2, or do you see it going 3-1 to either team?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a long one. I think these two teams are fairly even matched. No team getting too aggressive, so could end up going down to a match point sort of thing. So it'd be interesting to see Helbig just trying to grab a little extra points for some crafting mats there. But Raptor got the longbow out. Not a sentinel, but we like a longbow as well out here. Mozambique still prevalent though. Nick Serbs, Helbig is playing slow again. A lot like that first game. Anyone can win here, looking to get big damage, but everyone just peeking slowly. The 18, a little team shooting there from OP Masters. Looking to maybe single out one of the players at once. We'll see exactly, but right now, ooh, a little bit in the open, but no, backs away to the cover. Rent free, taking the high ground. God Opie trying to take a little off angle here. Nothing too crazy though. Oh, nice 47 damage from Ray there. Big damage, and that Spitfire is doing some work from further away.
OP Masters rent free, very, as you did mention, evenly matched. Raptor needs to use the heals, but it's coming through mid-range. It's long shots from Helbig. He'll take a damage of his own, also giving it some, so he's able to dish it. And some nice, beautiful shots from Helbig, drilling the Gibraltar on the other end. And the healing will need to come in as the zone starts to trickle in. They're going to need to make some plays and need to make a move now. Ring will close in 33 seconds, and at the moment, the favourite team in this situation, beautiful Arcstar toss, Code B, you'd say to those, is OP Masters. They got more of the ring control, so they can just hold Rent Free out. Mozambique long shots, nothing consequential yet for both teams. Will get drilled. Rai loses one line of health, but still slows down. OP Masters and Rent Free giving each other the discipline and respect that they both deserve. Both these teams are very evenly matched. And it's very close as Gisconte takes the most damage we've seen in this third round. Will result to heals as it starts to slow down. So in this situation, I believe OP Masters have the better result as they are closer to the ring, more in the ring, you could say. And Rent Free need to make a desperate push to find their feet.
Yeah, it's fairly even right now. No one wants to take that middle position. Raptor, though, very close to the center of the ring on that low ground position we're seeing here with that Mozambique. Needs to watch for the wide swing, though. Oh, Helbig needs to watch out for everything right now because he is almost going down. Going to smoke it up and heal it up. Needs to be careful. Oh, grenade. Grenade just dodging out the way. The smoke just helping, but needs to be careful. He's a little singled out. Raptor, longbow shots. Oh, the big boy bubble comes down. Oh, and Helbig's going to get swung and no audio? Right, getting the knock on Helbig there. Moving up. Oh, gonna be careful. Gisconte looking for the backside. The Spitfire working wonders here. Gisconte moving up. Needs to be careful though. The backside shot's going to put him down from God Opie, but clean up. OP Masters.
OP Masters take themselves to 2-1, and now they take themselves to match point. So they seem pretty confident in these situations, these 1v1s that they're taking. I haven't seen really many trades come in from either team. They are playing together, but they're getting singled off. The gunfights that they are taking are in situations of a 1v1. So OP Masters at the helm, at the steering wheel, you could say, trying to drive their ship through the bracket and send Rent Free out of this bracket. So 2-1 to OP Masters, Rent Free. A lot of work to do from here. They need to win 2 in a row to find their feet, as well as find a way to stop this avalanche from Gisconte, God Opie Master, and Rai from moving forward.
And Rai with the devotion now. 3 times on it, looking for some long-range devotion here. Ooh, almost getting the shots. The flat line 2 times from God Opie. Oh, 3 shots there. Got to be careful, but not able to take advantage of the big damage. Gisconte, Spitfire again. We can see it's just a very slow game. Bit of smoke for coverage. We're going to grab some extra loot, taking 15 damage is the bang, but nothing to be worried about. Just going to heal up everyone and get a full reset. But yeah, haven't seen really, once someone goes down, it's kind of like all over. We haven't seen much sort of 1v1s, but they're fairly even, these two teams. So we'll see if Rent Free can bring it back. 301 2 times spitting out there. Got to be very, very careful. You don't want to take too much damage. Nick almost cracked there. Ray fairly low as well. Might need it. There it is. The battery doing its work. Raptor going to be healing up, I'd say, on the backside. But once again, teams waiting for that first and second ring to close, and it's really just a slow sort of game today we're seeing. Was expecting a bit more fast pace like some of our earlier games, but right now, not too much. Oh, a little grenade gonna go out. Looks good for me. Oh, the Arcstar could be doing work, but it looks like the team's just slowing down, taking damage, but no one knocked just yet.
Slow play from these two teams. I think this is the trending qualifier to a little bit more passive sort of gameplay. Nick Serbs trying to get some tags in. Nick Serbs also tagged himself as the drilling could come in, and Gibraltar takes a little bit of hell from the flat line of Raptor and Nick Serbs, and Hellbig will need a result to a shield battery, as it is a lot of damage that Nick Serbs has taken. But we'll neglect to use it and go back to the shield cell right now. Medkit in hand, trying to heal up. Slow play, Rent-Free need this. If they lose this, they're gone. OP Masters in a very consequential position. They've got to start to move in, and they begin to make the push. Running around the right-hand side, we could see a lot of damage come through. One kill might come in here. No kills. Rival down Nick Serbs, and it's low damage. OP Masters, three of their players have no shield, so it's in favour now of Rent-Free. They begin to take some damage, and it's all but done. OP Masters will get it done. 3-1.
G's to Rent-Free, but OP Masters on the second attempt, moving on up. So tap each other up. They're happy with that one, and yeah, well played to those players. But right now, gonna be looking at the disappointed team of Rent-Free. They'll be wishing for a better result, but hey, can't win them all.
They can't win them all, but it was a good effort. That final engagement in round number 4 was the deciding factor. OP Masters had the position. They came up on the flank, and Rent-Free didn't expect it. And it came pretty close. All of OP Masters had no shield left. They were playing on bare health. They just had to hit their shots, and unfortunately, Rent-Free were caught with one leg in the sand, and they were sinking, unfortunately. OP Masters will go through, and Rent-Free will have to say goodbye for now.
Yeah, Rent-Free. They were able to put out a lot of damage there, but couldn't get the knock, and at the end of the day, that's what you need. And OP Masters, they stayed in the fight, and after that initial knock, they kept the pressure on, especially that 3 times Devo just going burr, because that thing seems to shoot endlessly some days. It's just there, and it goes and goes and goes.
It just never stops. It's just infinite ammo, just click, 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 bang, bang, bang. But what can you do? So OP Masters move on, and we go back to neutral tool. So we see a new game, and it continues like that. What else? What opinions did you have?
It was also, by the way, I think the first time your house won, and the team I was with didn't win. So hey, nice work. You got one.
Thanks, man. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. But Valor pulling through. They begin to pull through, and look where we are now. I think we might be at the top of the leaderboard, but who knows? We hope to see some more Apex like that. I enjoy the slower style, then it builds up into the quicker, more reluctant play. They begin to push through, they begin to, find the flanks. And a lot of smokes there. Smokes were a big thing. Played the cover, played around, moved around, and resulted in kills and wins.
Yeah, you got to use those abilities. You've got to buy them for sometimes, but you got to make sure you've got everything you need. And yeah, the bang, useful, but not able to get the W. But it's going to see if we're going to see some other variety in Legends. Currently, it seems Lifeline seems like the obvious pick, but hey, if you don't want to play her because you want someone that can grapple someone's head and go for the 360 no-scope, someone please, by the way, behind me, not requesting, I'm going to be demanding soon if you don't do that.
Even some Arcstar players would be nice, but we've seen a few of those. Arcstars have been thrown around. Damage comes through. They're a very vital utility piece. But coming through, that will end that game, and we'll be moving on to the next. So we'd like to thank you for watching and continue to watch as we do get into some more games of the Fortress Health Cup presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. Winner gets $700, still the big one. What map do you want to see next? We've seen all 3. What's your favourite 3 for the playstyle of these players in this tournament?
Well, I do love Party Crasher. That's just my favorite. It's a good-looking map. It plays well. It's one of the OG arena maps. It's great as we see the crowd come out. And I don't like the look of this. Who's rigged it? This isn't my team.
You don't want to look at it. They told you don't want to look at it, so they've taken it off the screen.
Thank you.
So I think we've got a little bit of a sneak peek for our next game, but we won't spoil that just yet. I've got to think. I think my favourite map right now is Encore. I don't know why. It resonates with me. I think the neon kind of sits with my vibe, as well as how teams play the game. It's a bit bit slower. Some teams play a little bit faster, but we've seen two encores. One went pretty quick and one a little bit slower than the other.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see the neons in the bright lights of the stage like we are right now. It's exactly what Encore is all about. We're going to see the action. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more Party Crashers soon, because I like a little party myself.
It was a good map. I like Party Crashers. Party Crashers gives off that vibe of a party, obviously. But going back to other news, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the only Apex tournament we are doing. There is another Apex later on in the future. What date would that be? Because I know you'll be there. Come on, tell me.
That's September 10. Yes, I'll be there. Even if I'm not casting, I'll be probably playing, because I'm kind of average and I'm going to weigh down one team. That'll be the real big play for me. Just helping my friends lose.
I think the word you should use is maybe having fun. You told me to play Rocket League. I'm not good at Rocket League, but we're all here to have fun, aren't we? As we will look at the fun little plays we got from Telstra replay of the game just gone.
Yeah, we've got Rent Free and OP Masters. OP Masters, nice little 30-30 shots there, by the way. Didn't quite pick those up the first time, but nice close range hip fire action. Whew, not bad, but no huge 1v1 battles. I want to see something like the King one we saw earlier. That was, everyone was on their feet. Could hear the crowd with that one.
Crowd
That
loved
was
it,
pretty good.
yeah. Crowd actually loved it.
We want more from the crowd. Get up on your feet when the games get going. I'm going to start turning around and saying, hey, you, stand up, cheer.
A little bit more interaction, maybe get them a bit hyped, but the player's got to pull something out as well. Maybe give them something to cheer about. But these were some pretty good plays. This last play here, God, Ryan, just can't take it up and about, getting the kills and finishing off that map. And again, thank you to Telstra, the presenting partner and the supporting partner anywhere, for this beautiful venue we're in as well. It's a beautiful venue. Even downstairs, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, that's why I hang out here when I'm not doing this, because it's a nice place. If you're a gamer of any variety, this is a great place to hang out, have a feed, have a drink, whatever works for you. Or maybe you just want to come here and game because you want to meet your friends, which sometimes we're all just online a bit much, and this is a place you can all meet up and game.
Yeah, as you did say, Fortress Melbourne is open to gamers all, skill level, beginner, intermediate, even the professionals. We have some, as you did mention before, some top 100 Apex Predators in the lobby. So it's a bit scary. I'd hate to be coming up against them in any sort of lobby, because I knew it'd be over the second I saw them, so I would not be taking any gunfights between them. Yeah,
they're haven't seen them pop up just yet, but if they do, I'll be keeping an eye on them. And I'll be keeping them honest, though. If they lose, I'll be like, guys, aren't you supposed to be top 100 in the world? What's this? Can't even win in the building. Not even the best player in the building.
Do you think, the question I was actually wondering before that I forgot to ask, do you think LAN has a different effect on people? So from playing online in the comfort of your own home to going out and playing in a different setting, you're seeing the people you're playing against. Does it have an effect on maybe players' mentality, in your opinion?
Oh, totally it does. Like, just from any competitive thing, when you're out of your own comfort zone, which is your home where you're doing most of your gaming. It's also, you got a little bit different setup maybe. It's not your same mouse and keyboard. Those, you bring your own roller here though, no problem with that if you're a controller player. But yeah, it's a little different. And then you might also, see the guy that's teabagging you and be like, look, let's have a drink together maybe instead of that.
So I hope we are now moving into our next game. Give me a map prediction.
Encore, because you like it, and I think they listen to you more than me.
Or then I'll have to say Party Crashers, because they might listen to you more than us. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see eventually. Depending on what teams it is, depending on the play styles, there's a lot of faster teams and even faster individual players who like to play fast that even might take on that quote-unquote IGL role that begin to, settle themselves, and they say, guys, let's do this sort of play. And it might work out for them. That might have happened in the Awoo, I forgot the name of it, whatever it was.
Woof Awoo?
There it is. They played off it. They might
Wait,
have
you were
said,
just setting me up for that.
No, they might have said to each other, let's play a slower sort of game style and see how it works for us against the team that maybe likes to play a little bit quicker.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy that can go into Apex. It's got such a diverse set of skills, from characters, legends, adding some spice to it, as well as the gun skill and then map knowledge. Though you don't need that as much in arenas, but you still need to know what you're doing in this game. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to have some slow games, some fast games. The team's going to just sprint out the gate. Maybe we'll get a team play a full speed legend composition with like maybe Pathfinder or Octane and just be like run at them as fast as possible. But that's probably not the strategy to win, but
Maybe to have fun.
yeah. That's what we're all about.
What I want to get your opinion on is, I never asked you, you asked me, favorite legend?
I've got a soft spot for Pathfinder. He was my second main. Oh,
Crowd loved it.
Yeah,
There
I
you
can say
go.
stuff like that make the crowd do woo. But yeah, I do love a Pathfinder, and especially when he had his heyday and was grappling, was part of the sort of meta back in the day. That was a good time. But my first main was Gibraltar, so I like to play slow, and I honestly played him because I was like, I like throwing something and it bombs the enemy.
Yeah,
And
fair
it's
enough.
kind of really strong when they're down.
It's a bit of a menace, I'd like to call Gibraltar. He's a bit of a menace. And so is Octane. He's a very quick character, and we've seen him a fair bit. I didn't think we'd see him, but I think he's used for the quick rotations as well as info. Bloodhound's a different one. You mentioned that Bloodhound was a bit of a, not a left field pick, but more of a not seeing it 100% of the time, but it's a pick that does help because of that info. Do you think Bloodhound will be seen more now, seeing that other teams have watched other people use him?
Probably not, because like you don't need to scan too much. Like you know there's 3 players on the other team and they're probably ahead of you and you're probably shooting at each other. You don't need to get too much information. Can help Seer though. He's got that same sort of energy with being able to find information, but his tactical does cancel some reses in case that's happening. Cancels the bats, so you can push on that. Whereas Bloodhound's just info, and then if you crack his ult, he's a speed demon and you literally are seeing red. But don't know how much people want to be doing that. I think they want to be playing tight together. So yeah, Lifeline, she's the Lifeline. She's got to be in your comp, really.
The meta, as people would say, for most things, even guns. So we had the favorite weapon talk. We've had the favorite map talk, the favorite legend talk. Apex is your game of choice. We've understood that. Do we think your favorite gun is used throughout? So what's your favorite weapon again?
That's such a hard choice. I'd probably go with 301, like the classic gun of Apex. It's that or the Wingman. I'm horrible with the Wingman. Actually, my favorite gun, though, to watch would be PK when people are 360, just quick whip. We saw it in ALGS. It's like, I love watching MMK players. I know I'm a roller player and I like those guys more, but watching an MMK player flicking with the PK is so satisfying, especially when you quick hit a nice little 100 and it's like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's not living anymore. But so you're a roller player. You have mentioned that. What do you think is harder to master, the controller or the mouse and keyboard? I'm a mouse and keyboard player if I've ever played Apex, which I do a little bit. I dabble in the Apex.
I don't know. It's such a big conversation in Apex, really, and I'm sure we could go on a survey here of everyone to see. But like MNK can take you to a high level with movement, but controller to be the best at it, it's such like you need such good sort of little movements. It's hard. You get your whole arm, man. Come on, give me a break. I've got to use my thumbs. And I don't control my thumbs well. I'm so like heavy. I can't play on a high sense. I'm just a 4-3 demon.
Oh, fair enough. But we will jump into the map, and an Encore has appeared for us. So the gods have listened and they've picked Encore for me. But a whole 6 field of Vela, so I'm getting points either way. I'm pretty happy with that. Artificial Aim is the team on the left, and the team on the right is a team we just see beat. I believe it was Rent Free. OP Masters. One team we've seen, one team we haven't. Predictions for how do you think this will play out depending off the first round?
So there is one team I know that has 3 controllers on it, and this is the sort of name they'd go for. And if it's who I think it is, they're very dangerous. So we're going to see, it's definitely got to be a controller team, right, with an artificial aim. Not that it's aim assist is just normal. Like, what are you guys talking about? You got your whole arm. Like I said, I'm just going to use all the normal arguments that everyone uses on Twitter. But yeah, I think I'm going to back artificial aim. I'm controller, so kind of have to. But we'll see.
Fair enough. OP Masters going for their third game on stream. Hopefully they can perform at the level they had been performing. So they're running the same setup we've seen for most of the tournament that they've been playing, Octane, Mad Baggy, and Gibraltar. But quick tags already. Got Master already taking a little bit of damage and the hostiles detected. So a different team. Run us through Artificial Aim.
Yeah, that is the team I thought it was. So just for those in the building, these guys are pretty much all pred. Crusader, last I saw, was 60th in the world in BR on PC. Not bad.
Good effort.
When there's, what, 10,000, 100,000 people playing, you're in the top 100?
Keep going.
It's a lot of people, so they're all on the roller, and they are... I've seen these guys play a fair amount, and they are some demons on the sticks, shall we say.
Wouldn't put it past them. OP Masters starting off early, getting the care package on the Mozambique of the Prowler for Rye, but he's going to get absolutely beamed here. Down to no shield, barely any health at the fact. And on board with some Artificial Aim. They're going to start to go at it. Crusader is the one you mentioned with the 60th ranking as a Apex Predator. So we're going to see how he plays, and some beautiful shots coming in. Could find more. Drago will jump in. Beautiful shots, and it comes through. An Artificial Aim. Put OP Masters away pretty quickly.
Yeah, the aim assist is not helping though. Like, that doesn't do anything. It's all skill. Yep, believe me. Don't look at me like that.
I believe you. I believe you.
No, but those boys are very, very dangerous. So watch them a lot. They know what they're doing. They're not arena players per se, but they know a lot about Apex. They've grinded this game out. They're going to be definitely one of the teams to watch. So we'll see exactly what's going on here. But OP Masters, they've had some solid games, but got to watch out for the Artificial Aim. 3-man of Draugr, Fanny, Crusader. It's going to be interesting to see. They're going to get hyper aggressive. I did have a little chat to them, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna send it." So they're going to be.
They seem pretty confident. They were very confidence. The word I'd use, because they're humble as well. They seem like a whole bunch of lads, and beautiful shots from Crusader. Conte's got to just sit there and take it. Nothing he can do. Crusader. That's why he's 60th. Pandey getting into the gunfights now. The Ever comes in, and that's a quick finish from Artificial Aim. 2-0.
Can we get a sheesh in the chat for that? Holy! Crusader's wingman absolutely popping there. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. They've got aim assist. And it's legal cheating.
No, it is. It's not in the rule set that you can't aim assist, but Crusader, when he's in the lobby, I think there's a little bit of trouble for them. Artificial Aim 2-0. OP Masters, all smiles, however. Hopefully, might put a round on the board against one of the better teams we've seen. They put 2 quick rounds away within probably even under 2 minutes. Artificial Aim going to work. But round 3, Artificial Aim on match point, and OP Masters need a reverse sweep in 3 in a row. Crusader, Panny, and Draugr, a lot of work to do. They've got to win one more. OP Masters got to find their feet and trying to get off the mark early. Gunshots going live. Artificial Aim at the helm.
Yeah, Panna already on Beast of the Hunt, so is going speed demon mode, looking for kills. Draugr going with the Skyward nades, hits the 55 with it, long range. Oh, the 51, both grenades hitting. This man has been practicing. But Panna already moving up, taking a little bit of damage from the right. Desconte almost down there, gonna hit a battery. Autopie doing the same. Need to stay tight to the OP Masters. They know they're up against a strong team, so hold hands, hold hands. You need to stay tight, but Artificial Aim, they are just keeping the pressure on. They are hunting. They don't look to be waiting for the ring to close. They're looking like they're going for some big headshots here. Let's see if the wingman of Crusader can do what it did just before. Just always sees them in the open. Doesn't quite get them on the cross. Or Havoc as well for the first time. Oh, Draugr this time with the wingman. Almost going to go down himself though. Needs to be careful. Well, Panna, Mozambique gets the W because that ring was doing work.
Artificial Aim closed out pretty quickly, but it's all smiles from OP Masters.
Give them a round of applause.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for them, as they
For
gave
everyone.
a good effort to the OP Masters, but Artificial Aim, just a different gravy putting them away pretty quickly. I'd say in under 5 minutes. Would you put it like that?
I think it was quicker than that. Yes. Yeah, they were definitely a team I've been keeping my eye on, having watched those guys play a lot, and it's kind of what I expected from them, I would say. But don't know everyone out there. There could be someone that's an absolute monster in arenas that I don't know, because can't know everyone. I'm trying to, but it's hard. There's like a billion people.
People know you, Brad. People know you. So you meet people through that way, but thoughts on that game? Queries on that game?
Kind of what I expected, and those wingman shots from Crusader, just letting everyone else know that's watching that, hey, I'm really good at this game. Teammates aren't bad either. And yeah, so be careful when you're also qualified through. Not a huge shock after watching that demolition there. The wingman doing a lot of work.
So from the teams that have qualified in Weewu, Malbussy, and the third, which is now Artificial Aim, clear favourite?
The last one we saw, they were quick 3-0, and they've probably played another set of games. I dare say that might have gone the same way. We'll see. I mean, there's some good gamers out here, some high-quality talent all around. Melbourne, we're good at everything. And teams Apex Legends, just another tick on that box.
Beautiful scene out here in Melbourne, where Fortress is located, Fortress Melbourne, and they are proudly presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. Two beautiful companies, I'd like to say, as they provide a lot of support. Telstra, the network they're using, as well as the PC and equipment provided by Alienware. But I've got to agree with you, Artificial Aim do look a very solid roster, a very solid core 3. As you did say, they do have a 60th in the world Predator. I can't even fathom to think.
Yeah, Panna's only in like the 600th, so he's like, you know.
60th, come on. But I think if we're talking about the other two teams in Weewu and Malbussy, I think Malbussy might have the chance to put Artificial Aim in a little bit of trouble. Not maybe so beat them, but you can't count them out. I think they might challenge them, and there might be a close game between those two teams, seeing how Malbussy played.
Yeah, and Weewu as well. Like, I've seen these guys play a lot, and obviously love them all. Can't all win, but they can all definitely fight up there in that top 4 prize pool. It's not bad. Anywhere you're sitting, you'll be very happy with it, and then you can buy me a drink after it.
Fair enough. Can't complain with that. But speaking of drinks, if you need a refreshment, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the Fortress Arena, or the Alienware Arena, I should say, the bar is located at the end. You can get any refreshments you like, even with the gamers. Water or Red Bull are my chosen drinks.
Oh, really? You're an energy man? I can't do those. Those hit me too hard. I'm a little bit older. We don't want to talk about that, though.
The old bones. You get a crowd laughing out there. That's
who was that? I can't turn around. I'll speak to you later.
Moving forward, so the games, obviously we have 3 teams qualified, and we've still got one more spot to see, and hopefully we get to see who that team will be. But in terms of the 3 teams, if you had to rank them from 1 to 3, where would you put them?
I mean, Artificial Aim will chuck up the top. We've talked enough about those, making their heads inflate, but Weewu and Malbussy, very close sort of match. I'll be interested to see if those two teams actually play each other, which I think they might once we get to the finals. So it'll be interesting to see. They're going to, it's going to be interesting. There are lots of high-tier players, and King, we saw big clutch up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's the sort of thing you need, that winner's mindset. And we'll see exactly. But right now, jumping Telstra replay, and I think this will be a quicker one than our last one.
Yeah, I think it might only last about maybe 15 seconds. Beautiful shots from Crusader early on with the wingman, but Grotto Pymaster not going out with a little bit of a fight in him. Putting a little bit of damage on, but the zone, the all but important killer in that 3rd round. Jorga doing well as the wingman dropping down. He had a slither of health. You sneeze on him, he dies. And well, no one sneezed on him, so he kept alive. But OP Masters, all smiles. They were pretty happy with their efforts. They made a good run for the money. Unfortunately, not as far as they would have liked. And that will conclude the Telstra replay for now. But hopefully to the next game as soon as possible. But let's talk about the other 2 games. We've got Tetris Effect Connected and Rocket League. So the next one is July 30th, which will be Tetris Effect. Have you ever played it?
No, but I have played Tetris.
The original.
Yeah, I was playing it when it came out.
Good point. Yeah. Well,
But yeah, love that game. But Connected, that's a bit different. It's against each other in Tetris. I have watched it a little bit. It's pretty crazy to actually see, and I would not go well in that game because it's real fast, and I don't think that fast. Apparently, these guys are just sending them down.
I think the reaction time for that game you've got to be very quick on. Like Tetris, I would not last in Tetris. I wouldn't even throw my hat in the ring for that game. But after that, August 13th, Rocket League. What do you think of that?
Haven't played it, watched it a bit. It looks like such a skillful game because you can literally turn your car mid-air and stuff. And I'm like, that hurts my brain to even watch a little bit. But it looks super entertaining. Car soccer, classic game that's, well, it's really fun and entertaining. And it's easy to sort of get into watching because it's just basic extrapolation of a sport we all kind of know.
Well, the game mode is called Soccer, spelt Soccer, so it's a good spin on it.
God.
But so that's the order: Apex, Tetris, and Rocket League, and then you go back again. September 10th is the next time you see Apex. So if you want to sign up, you do have to be over the age of 18 to play, but to be in the venue doesn't matter. If you want to sign up, the website is tiny.cc/FH&C. You can also find out what house you're in. There's a little quick quiz. That's how we found out that I'm Vela and you're Corinne. And at the
Corinna,
moment,
please.
Corinna.
Full
Sorry,
name,
I
sir.
apologise.
Have some respect on the name.
I do apologise. But no, that's how we found out. And if that's how you want to register, it is completely free to register. And you may as well. Even if you just want to have some fun with your mates, come down, play some video games. It's all about it.
Yeah, it's a good time, fun to be had. And then you can just hang out and meet some other gamers as well. That's a big thing. Like, we all spend so much time playing at home. It's nice then you get to meet each other in person. It's pretty cool. I've gotten to meet a few people. I've only seen their names or typed them in Discord. It's nice putting a face to the name.
Well, a voice to the face as well for some different opinions. But the way it goes, that's how it works. And the final game on October 1st will be Rocket League, and that's where we'll decide the winner of all the houses as well. So the different formats for each game has a different form. Obviously Tetris Effect is a 1v1 game, so you're relying on yourself more importantly, and Rocket League is a 3v3. In other forms, the semi-finals, let's talk about that real quick. We're not there yet, but we're coming up to it. The map we'll be playing is Drop Off. Run me through that.
See, I'm not as familiar with that one as well. Some of the arena players don't necessarily like it. It's a little, I don't know, I can't really put an eye on why. Apex players are sometimes just picky, let's be honest. Just like, we don't want that, and it's because it's got a weird tree in it. So we'll see. It'll be fun to watch, though, once we step it up, and it's obviously going to be a step up in gameplay as well, and maybe people will start locking in a bit more serious. We'll see maybe a few more Havocs popping up, especially if we get to later rounds. We haven't seen really a long, drawn-out game yet. We haven't gone to like 6 games yet. We're still playing pretty tight on like 4. I think 4 is our max so far, right?
Yeah, so 3-1. We haven't seen a 3-2 yet, so unfortunately we haven't gone to that map 5. But we are seeing a team, 2 new teams. We haven't seen Washed Up or Snail & Co before, all Vela players, so that's good to see for the Vela crew. Back to Encore, however, so a different map to the last. What do we think? How do we think this is going to run out?
I don't like that there's so much purple on my screen. That's the first thing I want to bring up. Where's all the red gone? Jeez. No, we're going to see Washed Up, but Snail & Co, new one for us. Don't know what we're going to be seeing here, so it'll be interesting. One team we have seen. Snail & Co, though, but you're going to be happy with the house colors at least, because like the first win for mine, it's all you.
Yeah, so it started off with you, and then it's shifted toward backs to Vela, and the house I'm in, so I'm pretty happy about that. But we worry now about the game of Apex. Encore, we did see my first ever heal off, which is a very rare occasion, so something a bit new for the fans at home as well as the fans in the arena. Encore, the more of the map that I can depict that has a little bit more covering points, has a little bit more, movement-based map where you've got to get around buildings to get a gunfight in. There's a lot more cover. Utility is a big thing. Your arc stars and your nades are going to be a big, crucial talking point as we now move in to Washed Up, take on Snail & Co.
There we go. Washed Up here. Win Misery, Play, and Vadium. Going to be moving out. Got the lifeline, the wife line for Misery. And then we've got Enowin, Lord of the Rings name maybe? Or the Packer taking a little bit of damage, Snail and Co. The Snail is actually on the team, so we're not have to be worried about that. Looks right now, Snail, the Packer, Nigulus, Snail and Co. Oh, Skyward Grenade, gonna get some numbers with that. Doesn't quite have the reach there. Oh, one coming back your way. For the Packer, Mozambique's taking the health down low. Snail gonna move up, give it a little assist. Oh, the Mad Maggie pushing forward with the Wrecking Ball. Nicholas dropping down. P20 gets the knock on Misery. They're looking for a clean sweep here. Oh, little light of the Octane there. But GG's for game one.
And the crowd loving it. A little bit of hype there. Some small cheering, but the fist
Dap
bumps
him
will
up.
come in. Dap him up. Don't leave him hanging.
Jeez!
Yeah. There we go. You got the tap. Crowd's loving it. Round one. Bit of a quick start. Not that slower play we usually tend to see, but I believe Washed Up looking to begin the momentum and start to take off a bit. Snail and Co, newer team, starts to work around these maps. So Encore, bit of a slower pace map you'd think, but the quick start from then. And the bye period to go. We're going to round two. And Washed Up, down one map to Snail and Co.
Yeah, Snail and Co. Packer going straight in with the grapples, trying to take the center of that ring. They're moving up aggressively, but everyone, yeah, like we said, a lot quicker first game. Nigulus going for the high ground here with Mozambique long range hitting those 15s. Got the hammers going now, flatline on the Packer. It's going to see a little bit of thermite out there on the ground, keeping it nice and toasty warm in a Melbourne winter. Care package coming down, Snail, maybe looking for that. Oh, the ride drill, not going to do too much. Watch your angles though, Nigulus, because there is someone playing on them. That's Enowin. Misery Plague 301. One times? No, two times. Just oh, those grenades are good and they're hitting hard. Misery's going to go down the Packer. That flatline working. Take it away.
Snail and Co looking to push forward. The Packer jumps in, finds one. Can he find the second with the last player? Doesn't. Be his teammate, however, and Snail and Co now up.
Dap him up.
Now dap him up this time. I think he got there in the end. But Snail and Co taking Washed Up 2-0. So Washed Up need to find the reverse sweep here, ladies and gentlemen. Quick plays. Some Mozambique shots coming through, as well as the flat line being pulled out and used, which is a familiar weapon that we have seen throughout this tournament. So Snail and Co 1 win away from moving forward, and Washed Up need to find 3 in a row. They're in a bit of a harder position here. Snail and Co in the driver's seat, looking in pole position. Nigulus, Snail and the Packer looking to close it out here for Snail and Co. Washed Up, got to find 3, as well as got to find 3 rounds as well.
Yeah, moving straight up is the Packer. Zipline goes out. Parthy ready to get a little aggressive, I think, after 2 solid first game victories. Mozambique still hammering away. The sea attack's going to go out as well. Packer just slowing down, healing up. Nigulus, Mozambique going to be doing all the work. The flatline here on Enowin. Need to start hitting those shots. Nice little numbers there from Misery Plague. Oh, the ride drill. And Enowin going to go down. Now the pressure is on Misery and Vadium.
A lot of damage from Washed Up. They're dealing it to Snail and Co. Enowin, he's down, however, trying to get to a position where he can get a Misery Plague. Getting absolutely demolished. Snail and Co. in a very pole position here to close it out. Finds one. Can they find the second? They will. Snail and Co. get it done. 3-0.
Yeah, easy victory there. Not allowing the lifeline res. Qualifying through. Nice work. A little thumbs up.
All smiles from Snail and Co. So they will qualify. They'll go through. And what a game. A little bit quicker than usual. But we did see a very quick game prior to that one. But the gunfights were more calculated. They just took their time and then they striked. It was more waiting, finding out what they can take, where they can go, and then they pushed for it. And that's where Snail and Co won against Washed Up. They took their time. I believe they took their time. And they pinpointed their targets, hit their shots.
Yeah, it always comes down to that, really. Hit your shots. That's what Apex is all about. Weird, I know, crazy, explaining a first-person shooter. Hit your shots, you'll probably do well.
It's the name of the game.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Snail & Co. did there to get the W. And I think we're moving on to semi-finals soon. I'm not sure.
I hope so, because that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
the different format for semi-finals.
But new map as well.
New map, so
right.
I think the new map might change play styles of players. They might look to go towards maybe a different legend or a different set of loadout or a different play style, so from fast to slow or slow to fast, vice versa, whatnot. But for these teams, for each player, different play styles could mean different outcomes, different methods of playing. What do you think the new map could entail?
Not sure. I think teams are going to stay on the Mozambique life here. But I don't know, it's going to be interesting. I haven't seen as much energy weapons, surprisingly. But I think maybe teams, they don't want to be too cringy, as they say, because that's the arena meta. If you're going to go use weapons, it's usually the energy ones. But I think we'll get those when it gets a little sweatier and people are thinking, oh, I'm going to hopefully win some prize money. And they're going to be like, I'm going to play for whatever. But we'll see exactly that shortly. It's going to be exciting to see. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here. I can't really wipe the grin off my face. It's just so fun to be a part of.
Are you enjoying the day? Seems like you are.
Oh, it's great fun. Seeing all the people I know and then just getting to watch some quality Apex Legends. It's almost an ideal day.
Yeah, exactly right. I think the day's been going pretty good. You know, everyone seems in good spirits. Everyone's having fun. Win or lose, I think everyone's got a smile on their face. We've seen that for most of the teams. They're just having a laugh. I think that's about it. Fortress is all about having fun. It's the home of games, and games are fun. Exactly right, yeah.
Crazy.
It's a bit of a different experience, but I believe that will do us for the qualifiers unless we have maybe one or two more. But other than that situation, if we are done with the qualifier, we move to the semi-final. So different map comes into play, different play styles. And I think finals brings out the real raw talent in competitors. Finals is a different, what can I say, different gravy or different breed of gaming for any game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be that. You see who can really take the nerves as well. It's just that little bit of the human factor that when you're playing at home, it still gets pretty nervous in those final end games of ranked. But when you can see your opponents and when you've got two amazing casters over the top of you, it really elevates the level of gameplay. But yeah, just looking to have a lot of fun here and watch some quality Apex and maybe have a drink or a feed along the way.
Yeah, well, maybe in the break before we go to the finals, you can get a drink or a feed from our beautiful tavern downstairs, medieval themed. But let's talk about some of the spot prizes as well, because that will be coming up before the final series. Our Alienware MVP. What does the winner get for that?
They get something. The Alienware low-profile RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. Got a gaming mouse as well from Alienware. And the headset, that's apart from a PC, that's everything you need really for a gaming. Especially, well, it's a very good quality one, not just your local shop one. I don't know what I'm saying here. But it's high quality stuff from Alienware for the Alienware MVP. Telstra Play of the Day, though? What do they get?
Well, the Telstra Player of the Day gets 200,000 Telstra Plus bonus points, which they can collect prizes on, such as Xbox controllers, headphones, all the doohickeys that you need for everything else. But as we talk about these awesome prizes, we'll move to the Jester Award. We do have the Telstra replay playing in the background.
Yeah, just seeing Snail & Co. do the work here. Good timing, though, for a Telstra call out there when we've got the replay rolling. You can see lads are happy with their victory. They're going to see if they can keep rolling on into the semi-finals. It's going to be interesting. I'm super excited. I can't stop saying I'm excited. Is everyone else excited to just have an Apex LAN?
There we go. I think the energy and the vibe from everyone in the arena is pretty upbeat. Everyone's having a good day. Win or loss, we said that before, but I think towards the finals, maybe the crowd might get a bit louder, the plays might get a bit more intense, everything might start to fizzle together. But we'll go to the Jester Award. So if you win the Jester Awards for the silliest pay, have you seen any? Can't spoil it, but have you seen any?
Nothing too crazy yet. There was one little thing I saw when someone threw an arc star and it hit like an overhead thing, and it was just like, that was a horrible throw. No, it was just all fun.
Well, for now, we'll throw it back to a break and we'll come back. And when we do return, I believe we'll be going to the semi-finals. So different breed of gameplay from all our characters, all our gamers. And we'll see you after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortress House Cup. It's the time. It is the biggest moment of the evening. We move on to our finals. We've got 2 semi-finals, and then we'll play the big grand finale. What are you thinking? What's the energy for you right now?
I mean, it's going to be big. It's going to be sweaty. It's going to be very much Apex Legends tournament, prize money. It's going to be energetic. I don't want to hear the crowd get excited for it when we get underway. Oh, they're even a little excited now, and
there we go.
Just us talking. Hey, we do good.
We do our job. But it is that time of the evening for the most important 3 games or 2 games for a team. We've got 4 finalists coming through. So before we do that, we got maybe a bigger discussion point. We're going to have 3 Spot Up Awards. And the first one we're going to start with, I'll let you do it. Give you the big one, the MVP.
Okay, starting off with the MVP, the Alienware MVP. Ladies and gentlemen, that is God Opie from OP Masters will be your winner of that. And you'll be winning a nice little prize pack courtesy of Alienware. As you can see on your screen there, you got the RGB gaming mouse, keyboard, and headset, all from Alienware. That is a nice little prize.
And this is the play that got God his MVP. Beautiful little 1v1, taking the gunfight. He was a little bit injured. I believe he threw a nade at the end. Did get the 2 tag and came through the end, but unfortunately they were playing one of the better teams in the artificial aim. But he gave a good effort. Beautiful double nade, taking down the damage. Inevitably won them the round and brought them back into the game. Unfortunately, wouldn't be the case. But he will be our MVP. What do you think? Fair?
Solid, solid. There's a lot of good gamers out here. Not everyone can win it. You've got to give it to someone. It's always hard to not give it to everyone, but hey, that would be a lot of money Alienware would have to spend if we're giving that away to everyone.
It's some beautiful gear that he's won, so congratulations to God Opie Master for winning the Alienware MVP of the day. I believe he did a very good job with that nade. That nade really set them up for a round win. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the job done, and they were playing, in our opinion, Artificial Aim, who is the favourite team.
Yeah, definitely a tough team to come up to, but yeah, taking away a nice little prize, even if you can't win the whole thing.
So I think the next one is the Jester Award. So, is it the Jester Award? Sorry. It is Play of the Day, and it's a good one. We were debating it for quite a while in the booth, but the Play of the Day will go to the Clutch King, which is indeed King with the 2v1 situation. He had that 2v1 where he was down, no health, he was a whisker away from dying, but he pulled it out. Beautiful arc star down below. Got the job done, and you'll see it on your screens right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it was very well done from King here. Arcstar doing a lot of work, and then cheeky climb-up. That was the big clutch play of the day and really got the crowd into it. And had to finish off with a nice little Mozambique shot to finish it up. Solid stuff there from King. Getting 200,000 Telstra points. What can you get with that many points?
Well, let me tell you can get an Xbox controller if he's a controller player. He can get a new one, even maybe get some custom paddles on it if he likes. But he can also get some other Alienware gear, Xbox controllers, headphones, mice, keyboards, all that jazz. So I'd say it's a pretty good award to get.
Good prize.
Close to the MVP. It's about MVP's up there, and then you give the player of the day about there. But the Jester Award, what are we thinking?
Well, we had one moment that we couldn't really forget. It was, well, something we'd never really seen in arenas, a heel-off. So we're throwing that to a whole team because that was pretty funny. Losing a heal off in Apex Legends arenas, it's going to the whole Wash team. Losing a heal off in arenas, that is a pretty amazing moment. And it's unfortunately a bit of an RNG moment as well. But unlucky for the Wash squad, but they'll be sharing a little prize pack themselves. They'll get baseball cap, 2 Fortress Melbourne standard drink cards, and a 2-hour PC pass to share between the squad. So bad for having a bad moment.
Well, a bad moment, a fun moment.
You know
yeah,
what
well, yeah, fun moment for the squad. They get to laugh about it afterwards, and they also get to share some quality time on the PCs together. So, all around, some good fun. 3 beautiful awards, 3 good gamers, and 3 different teams as well. So, I think we move on to our finals. Looking at the bracket here, let's talk about the top one first.
Here it is, Snail & Co. versus Weewoo. Look, notice those colors as well that we've got up here. It's both of our teams represented equally. Did they do this on purpose?
Couldn't have written the script better, I'd say. But going down the bottom now, so Snail & Co. versus Weewoo for the top, and Melbourne versus what we'd presume is the favourite being Artificial Aim. Let's give our predictions for both these teams. Snail & Co. first versus Weewoo. Who do you take?
I'm going to go with Weewoo. I've seen a lot of them. They've had some quality plays. Once they got rolling, I thought one of the strongest teams out here. So, yeah, I'm going to be backing Weewoo just over Snail & Co. Hopefully it's a close match. Maybe we'll see one rolling on a bit further. Because, yeah, we've only seen 4 games. We haven't really gone deep into these arena games. But who do you think?
Oh, I'd like to say Snail & Co., but they looked a bit rocky towards the end. They're still a great team. But if I had to pick an overarching favourite, not being biased because of the house colours, obviously, I think Weewoo take this one. They go through, they play the final. But going towards the Melbourne versus Artificial Aim, I've got to give it Artificial Aim. That squad, that 3 is a dominant 3.
Yeah, very dominant. Not part of my house, so again, I've got to go the reverse this time. And yeah, I did go them. I've seen these guys game a lot. They are Apex Legends grinders. So could be coming down to the final of our house. 2 houses against each other.
Could be.
The script is pretty well set here.
It is. It's laid out for the foundations are especially laid out for, a Valaverse, Carinia. So it's a good situation. I think it'd be a very good final. I think both the semis would be very good to watch, and the finals would be the one.
Yeah, for sure. It's only going to be best of 1 game, but then the grand final going to be best of 3. So going to be a little extra sweaty. You're going to have 3 games, so even if you lose that first one, you can bring it back maybe, swap up your composition, go for different weapons. It'll be interesting to watch.
So we've got to quickly shout out the Fortress House Cup is hosted in Fortress Melbourne, which is presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware, the 2 beautiful companies that are helping us. These gamers are on the Telstra network, which is providing our online services for us, and all the gear and all the kit is provided to us by Alienware. So first matchup, Team Vela and Snail & Co.
Let's give it up for both these teams, crowd. Please, before we even start it, give it up for Weewoo and Snail & Co. They've gotten to the semi-finals. Who do you think is going to be winning it? Whether you're watching maybe on Twitch or maybe you're in the crowd, let us know. Is it Weewoo or is it Snail & Co.?
Getting some few cheers out there. But one thing to notice mainly is the change of map. We are now on a new map, Drop Off. Run me through that one.
Yeah, it's a lot tightly knit inside corridors, not like big open spaces. A couple of central places you can drop from above. It's going to be interesting to see if people are just sort of running to the central place, like pretty much all arena maps are. If someone's going to try to do a long wraparound, it'll be interesting, but I think it's going to be fairly par for the course for these games that we've seen so far. I think it's going to be a fairly slow one, I think, to start as well.
I'll take that. So fast and loose. Some teams like to play it that way, but we might also see the slow and reserve. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our first semi-final. Let's hear it for both of our teams. Snail & Co. take on Weewoo in semi-final 1.
Give us a Weewoo in the crowd if you're going for Weewoo, because Timmy Time, Rickster, and Conker here. Let's see what they've got for us. Mozambique's, of course, for that first round especially. You can't go past it. The P20 just doesn't quite get the job done the same way. But going to be interested to see First shot's going out there. Nigulus, Snail, the Packer. Going to be playing slow, respectful. Looks like Weewoo getting a little aggressive, just taking up a little bit space in that center position. Moving on up slowly but surely.
Snail and Co getting a little bit of tags. Nigulus finding a few shots. Will pop the shield cell to get his health back to max. Packer with him as well, so they're able to play for the trades. Snail and Co and Weewoo bit split on the map. This map is a little bit more covered base, so there is a lot of obstacles to work with, a lot of covering spots as well. On board with Conker now. How can he go to work? Looking for the first kill. Sees one, won't aim to shoot, and neglects to even engage, but will give the info and communicate with his teammates that he sees one. Beautiful missed shot, unlucky from the Weewoo player. He's not going to be able to hit it, so ring will close. Ring 2 will start to circle in, and this is where you might see the gunfights in the Mozambique start to be used. The P2020 might go out of range here. The Mozambique's a big gun, and here we go. First shot's coming in from the Packer. He'll tag. But Timmy Time, he's low, very low on health now, as they're going to hold this entrance in this doorway, as they're going to start firing some shots through. Timmy Time gets a few tags in, but not quite. Timmy Time goes really low. He might neglect to push this doorway, finds one, but he's on the wingman again. Conker goes down, and Richter goes down. All down to Timmy Time. Down to him, and everyone's on low health. Woo! But that'll do it.
Snail and Go popping off for game one, dapping up and on the main stage, performing right now. Maybe they're going to prove us wrong, and I'm happy to be. Weewoo, maybe not so much, and fans of theirs, but Snail and Co doing some work early in a slow game, but then it just absolutely accelerated once it got going.
You did mention that. You did mention that it would start off slow. You did mention that it may trickle into a faster gameplay as the ring starts to close. And I can see that by this map. This map is a very congested map. There's a lot of close corridors. There's a lot of doorways. And the doorways are your biggest threat. If you've got to go through the door, it's so much harder because the defending team could just hold and wait for the push. But like Packer, Speed Demon, quick little rope and fly, and he's got the flat line. Can he go to work?
Yeah, big shots here. About to go out with the 9-9 from Rickster. Trying to put some damage out. Looks like they're doing just that. Pathfinder just around the corner though. Conker. Oh, they're getting the knock there on the Packer though from Rickster. Giving Conker some support. Looks like 3v2 here. Oh, moving up. They get the knock though on Timmy Time. Oh, Mozambique is working big for Nigulus. Oh, he needs to get another one. He's got two. It's a 1v1 situation now. Snail looking for the clutch up. Oh, got to play that down. Shield, watch out for that little riot drill because it is getting tense here. We've got a 1v1 situation. Playing the knock shield. Maybe healing up a little bit. Snail, got to be careful. Got the height above. Doesn't see it. The shots. Oh, Rickster not quite able to take advantage of it. Oh, they're playing it tight now. Right up each other on the down shield. It is tight. Shields up, boys. But it looks like Weewoo clutching up. Rickster, baby.
Weewoo level this series. Well, this map back up 1-1. Crowd love that. A little bit of closer play. Things we want to see between these two teams. Just a little back and forth. Snail had to try and go to work, but wasn't able to clutch it up and finish it out. So Snail and Co fall that round to Weewoo, as it's now back to one apiece. Closer game. Purple shields for both sides. They begin to start to tick forward. Bye period will end, and this will decide who takes match point and who will find themselves one step closer to the grand final. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
We're on board Timmy Time again. Oh, grenade going straight out the long range. Obviously not going to land after that scan shows for Rickster where the bad boys are. Going to see Timmy Time get the height. He is looking for a little swing. Going to grab that little bit of crafting mats. Thought he was going swinging, but no, he's going to stick tight here. A little bit of hand holding. These two teams, they're in a battle. Seems very evenly matched. Taking one apiece so far, but Packer just watching the head glitch, just not really getting too caught up into it. Watch out for that speed boost just in case you don't want it. Oh, the 15's hitting, almost getting the knock. There it is. Timmy Time's going to go down. It's now 3v2. Timmy won't be happy with that. A lot of damage. They're keeping Rickster down as well. And now it is 3v1. You'd think Snail and Co are going to get the easy W here. But we'll see. We'll see. Got to be careful. Just getting the finisher. Timmy Time just in case. No knock shields to be played. They're pushing now as the squad. It's going to be all over though. But Weewoo and Snail and Co bring it back 2-1.
Snail and Co now find themselves on the match point. We were still seem pretty confident. They're not going to lose their hope just yet. They're still in this game, and they're going to fight for this. It's a spot for the grand final, ladies and gentlemen, so these players are going to give it their all. It's a spot for $700 confirmed. But at this rate, the loser of this game will take home $200. So everyone's confirmed a little bit of money here, which is a good thing. But everyone's aiming for the big one, the big $700. And Snail & Co. are one step away from confirming their spot in the best of 3 against either Melbacy or Artificial Aim. At least one to play. Weewoo need this round to keep their dream alive, and Snail & Co. can close it out here.
Scan goes out from Rix the Baby Grenades, not quite hitting the 44 to start things off. They're getting the good damage as Weewoo need to take advantage. Oh, they've got one isolated here. Timmy taking his ones. Flatline, got to hit the shots. Who's going to get the knock? They're both quite low. Timmy's going to get shot. But Conker getting Nicholas down, so it's 2v2 here. Conker very low. He's going to go down. It's all up to Rixter here. He needs to hit the big shots, and he does. And it's 2 apiece. And this is what we're wanting to finally see. A little tighter fray. Keeping the dream alive. Conker both having to clutch up.
Big smiles from the Weewoo boys. They are loving it. 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. This is our first map, or round 5, throughout the evening. And this should be a closer one. Both teams have something to play for here. They've both got one foot in the door at least of the grand final. They can smell the trophy at this rate, but they still got to finish each other off. So Snail & Co. 2, Weewoo 2. A lot to play for here, and it kicks off. 43 to play for this first ring, and could be decided pretty early. Weewoo pushing pretty close up. This is going to be a real fast gunfight. Grenades already been thrown in. A lot of shots coming out. No, Tim timed. Neglects to shoot, begins to shoot, and pulls off. Flatline. A lot of Tim times already lost all his shield, so he's going to pop the cell as well as Conker. The battery comes out. Snail's also lost all of his health on his shield. So still rough play for both these teams. They neglect to push anymore. They begin to back off a bit. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 apiece, and this decides a grand final position.
And the wrecking ball comes out like Miley Cyrus would love to sing about, but we've got Snail & Co. saying no to the riot drill, I should say, right now. The Mad Maggie just keeping the pressure on. Both teams have one in their back pocket. Just in case you might need a little wrecking ball to speed boost you into victory, but they've slowed down. They both were charging in to start with. Now some head peeking. Rix the Baby cranking battery out. Timmy, his turn for the same and playing very tight. Right drill, ooh, gets a little extra damage through the wall there. But both teams playing very tight. Weewoo. Conker though, looking maybe for a little swing. Rix the Baby once again got to burn through these batteries. But not much damage, and now it's starting to get underway. These two teams feeling the pressure maybe just a little. It's building up. It's a tight game. You've got to win 2 in a row now to take the W, but no damage coming out.
Weewoo and Snail & Co. very close competitors. Nicholas will start to heal himself back up. Snail's also very low on his shields. Will neglect to pop the battery. Needs to look towards a gunfight here as Ring 2 will have 10 seconds left on the clock and begin to close. So teams will get that information and start to move themselves towards maybe a better position. And then it will start to come down to a heal up, and it shouldn't get to that point. There's an overlooking. Snail starts to get a bit of a tag, and the pack will need to get out of there. As Weewoo and Snail & Co. playing a bit passive. They're waiting for this final push. They're going to make it dramatic for us, ladies and gentlemen. The script had this written in it. And here we go. The nades might come out to separate some room. Pushing the zone. He's going to push the door. Turns and fakes. Sees it. Timmy Time's out there on his own, so he's going to take a lot of health down. He's taking a lot of damage. His shield's broken. He's in a bad position. Rix the Baby goes down. So now in a 2v3. Weewoo on the brink. Maybe the fight comes in from Conker. Can he win it out? A lot of shield damage. Not quite. No dice on those kills. Weewoo still in the 2v3 situation. Very close from both of these teams. As the res will come in, so we level it back out to 3 apiece. Snail & Co. and Weewoo so evenly matched.
They might be trading reses there. I'm not sure. No, Nicholas is still down. So now it's in the favor of Weewoo. Getting the res is big. Oh, the knock though from Snail, but Conker going down. Snail going down. Nicholas down again. So it's 2v1 here. Packer got to go big if he wants to win this game. All goes with the slide and glide. PK shots coming out, but the team fire is going to keep Weewoo in the game and taking 1 point extra. They're now in front for the first time.
Weewoo bringing themselves into the position to find themselves through to a grand final. So it's win by 2, ladies and gentlemen. You need to win back-to-back games. As we take the 3-2, Snail and Co. look a little bit desperate now. They need to find it here. Harder situation for beat, and it's a lot of work. What are we thinking? How do we see this playing out?
It's tough. It's such an even match. Every game really feels like they're playing for a prize, and that's exactly what they're doing. Very tight. A lot of patience as well. They are running in. They're trying to get that position, but then they're not like full sending the fight. They're playing smart. Oh, there's the wrecking ball, trying to get that position a little bit quicker. Just grenades, though. Grenades are plenty going out. All the Havoc's out from Packer. Charged up, ready to rock with that turbo. But Arkstar as well, doing a lot of work. Just holding those positions. Sees the cross. Tries to get it. Oh, Rickster Baby's going down, though, to Snails, Mozambique. And suddenly, Nigulus V can heal up. It's going to be a full 3v2 situation here. Oh, Conker's down as well, and it looks like we're going to be evening it back up, you would think, because Timmy Time, the only man left standing here, needs to hit some big shots here. Oh, but he's getting team fired, goes for the grapple. He's got to get in, but not enough. Snail and Co. even it up, 3 apiece. This one's a tight one.
Back to level pecking, ladies and gentlemen, and 3-all for both these two teams. Snail and Co. hold on for one more round. Now it's back to even. Whoever wins this, obviously in the driver's seat, and this could be a long game, ladies and gentlemen. The longest game we've had so far. Moving on to round 7. So in this reasoning, it's still win by 2. These two teams seem pretty confident. They're taking their gunfights. They're not backing off. The respect is shown, and there is discipline provided. But Snail and Co. They pull one back. Does momentum shift in their favour? Do they continue the running trend? Weewoo need to break this, as the next one has a big advantage. As the wrecking ball will open up the Levi for the open way. Nigulus with the Arksstars doesn't connect on much. Getting detected just to get the information. No one damaged just yet. More Arksstars coming out from the Packer. Swung through. They're going to go that favoured right-hand side. Big Mozambique shots. Won't find any Kraken shield. And then there it is, the crack shield. Packer, beautiful with the Havoc, the energy rifle coming out. And it's big plays. Ricks the Baby will open up his shield bat and a syringe. 3-3, ladies and gentlemen. This is a close one.
Oh, it is indeed very close. And again, you see them showing the respect, just playing it slow, not getting too involved. No big grapple. This isn't the time. Oh, the nice flatline B from Timmy Time with that 3 times flatline. Keeping the pressure on, but no knocks just yet. Both teams full standing. 3v3. The scoreboard is 3-all. This is going to be a tight one, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it you me, it's going to get sweaty. Oh, the scan goes out from Rickster. Man with the big clutch up early to keep Weewoo in it. But now, just playing the angles. Got to watch those head glitch. Timmy Time hitting those shots there. But getting the same back. Both teams very evenly matched. Got to swap out, trade out some batteries. Got to keep each other loaded on heals because this one's a bit of an endurance fight. Lots of games, and also these fights are slow but sure. Oh, the wrecking ball and the nice dodge there from Nigulus gets Conker down. The Mozambique doing a lot of work here. And right now, oh, looking like Snail's going to go down as well, but might be able to get the knock with Packer. Not quite. And moving up is Nigulus.
Will get indeed the knockdown, and that will end it off. 4-3. Snail and Co. take the lead and are now 1 round away. They were 1 round away 2 rounds ago at the situation of 2-1, but 4-3 is a bit of a closer scoreline we've seen all night. They win this, they go through. Snail and Co. in the position to proceed to the grand final. Weewoo need to find their momentum again, find their feet and push through. All players locked in.
Yep,
11 seconds for the bye period to decide a grand final or round 9.
We've got Weewoo. They're fighting for their life right here. Start off on Nigulus. Both teams going with the Mad Maggie push straight away. Get rid of those doors. We don't want them, they say. Get out of my way with that working ball. But right now, Snail getting that info out. Not going to be cancelling any heals until the shots are taken. But right now, Weewoo, they brought it back earlier and then took the lead. They're going to have to win a lot of games in a row here to take the W. And Snail and Co., they just need 1 more.
Big plays needed from Weewu to hold their tournament life and continue to move forward. Round 9 or round 8 now we play for. Round 9 the one. If Weewu wins it, we continue to move Snail & Co in the position where they could easily push through to the grand final. They win this one and we have our first finalist. Closest game we've had all night, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't seen anything more than a round 4, but we've doubled that here. And it slows down once again. These players are not looking to start a gunfight, just waiting for the right moment to proceed and push. 10 seconds for the second ring. Begins to settle it out. The map opens up. Ricks the baby. Timmy Time and Conker looking to close it out. Bring this back in for Weewu and Snail & Co. Nicholas the Packer and the man himself, Snail, trying to book themselves to a grand final.
Yeah, they're looking to get into that top grand final, best of 3 games against either Artificial Aim or Melbussy. But right now, this game is tense as you can get, especially today. We've seen clutch ups already from Rickster, Conker. But they've got to do it one more time. Maybe it'll be Timmy's time to shine. We'll see exactly right now. Rickster just hitting the battery. Needs to get this 3-1 in car working overtime, but these teams are so evenly matched. It's going to be hard to predict it, but Snail & Co. We both picked Weewu, Snail & Co. Oh, Kraber out there on the battlefield. This one can definitely turn a battle, that's for sure. Most dangerous weapon in the Apex Legends arsenal. Watch out if he takes a head off. I expect the crowd to go crazy. Oh, he's looking for it. He knows exactly where they're peeking. Is he? No, he's not going to show his head just yet, the Pathfinder. They know there's a Kraber out there. So got to be careful. But Timmy Time, you got to be careful as well, because they got some good weaponry of their own. Well, it doesn't quite cancel Timmy's heals there, but round 3 ring about to close in 10 seconds. So team on the edge, Snail & Co. They're right in the center, but Weewu, they're on the edge. They're going to be very careful here to get towards the center. It looks like that's what they're doing right now. They're sort of rotating, trying to get up elevated. Timmy, got to be careful, because if you miss your Kraber shots, you could take a little bit of damage. The grenade going to be solid, but I think they'll get away from that one. Oh, he almost takes a head off. Got to watch down below. The Kraber's not ready to rock and roll just yet. Oh, he's going to grapple into the zone. It's going to tick a lot. Got to be careful. Conker's down. This might be all it. Nicholas, they're pushing forward. And Snail & Co. takes the W.
Snail & Co. close it out. 5-3. The Kraber not able to have the effect it should have. And look at the smile on their face. Snail & Co. will get it done. And essentially overtime, winning that game 5-3. Unfortunate effort for the boys at Weewu. They gave it their best. They made a semi-final. They will indeed, however, be taking home a split pot of $200.
Not bad.
So, cash is cash, money's money, and you're taking it home.
Yeah, not bad. $200 for third and fourth. We'll figure out who'll be third very shortly. But $200, not bad at all, especially free to enter tournament. You can just roll up and play some Apex Legends. There's another one on September 10. You could turn up and play if you feel like it. And maybe you'll walk home with a little prize pool like that.
Well, our longest game to date, that was the longest one. So we saw 8 rounds, 5-3 in terms towards Snail & Co. So Vela, first team through. And unfortunately, we will have to say goodbye to, but a valiant effort for them. They pushed their way through, and they did what they wanted to. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get it done in overtime. Ring played them out, and it's unfortunate, but Snail & Co. just a better team.
Yeah, was very impressed. Haven't seen these guys before, but been very impressed, especially with that game against some players I know well that are high quality. Very impressive by Snail & Co. And yeah, good just quality game, evenly matched with the 5-3 result in Snail & Co.'s. But realistically, during it, I was like, anyone can win. But Snail & Co. just playing well as a team. We saw them like in that final shot, they were super tight together. And I think that's the sort of thing you're going to need to do to take the big W today.
In that sense, that moment where you saw that final push in the round 8 where Snail & Co. and we both went in as a collective, you could see the fact that Snail & Co. were just a little bit more tighter together. They were playing their trades, they were waiting for the moment to strike, and they did the right thing by waiting and letting the zone do the work for them. Then they started to play. Unfortunately, we just got unlucky getting pushed out of the zone, grappling into the zone, trying to grapple around. Didn't work out for them. But the big difference there was, in my opinion, team play. They played together, they played trades, won coin flips.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Timmy time, you could see him sort of swinging with the Kraber, trying to get a little cheeky angle and maybe rip a headshot with it. Wasn't the case, unfortunately. And yeah, that sort of was what caught him out. He was taking the shots up and they were down, and that was all. And grappling into the ring, don't recommend it. Because it hurts pretty hard on arenas, that ring. And yeah, they were quickly followed, unfortunately for Weewu, but they'll be taking home a little prize, so can't be too unhappy. Had a good night, had a good time, meet some cool people. It's just all good no matter what.
It's a good day, and they'll have to say goodbye. But our first grand finalist, Snail & Co. But let's move to the second semi-final. Who do we think is going to take this? We've got Malbussy take on Artificial Aim.
Well, I know both these teams, so I'm happy to see friends doing well, but just happy to see everyone doing well. But that Artificial Aim team, we saw one of their games and they terrorized there. Like Crusaders Wingman, it was just going. But the Malbussy guys, they know who they're up against. They're solid players in their own right, and they've got a lot of experience. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight, but it's hard to go against Artificial Aim, just using 3 rollers, arenas, kind of built for that. And these guys are built Apex Legends gamers.
Well, they're not top Apex Predators for nothing. They've got a big competition. It's a big game to beat. But I think overall, Artificial Aim do come into this game as the favourites, statistically wise. But you can't count out Malbussy. They had a good comeback. They were down 1-0, and then they took 3 off. I believe it was Weewu they took 3 off, and they came straight through. They played them early, and they took them off, and then Weewu obviously came back and qualified. But they played very quickly, very early, and they got the job done. But if Malbussy wake up and play really quickly, they put the pressure on Artificial Aim, might be a different story.
And I know Apex Legend players a little bit, and sometimes those Preds, they get a little bit of an ego, and they're like, let me 1v3 this, and they're not going to be playing tightly as a team, but we'll see. But that Malbussy group, I don't think they've played too much together, so they're bringing together and probably getting a bit more cohesion as the afternoon and evening wears on. So maybe they'll surprise us, but it's hard to go past Artificial Aim. 3 demons on the sticks.
Literally on the sticks. They're all using rollers, so it's a bit of it's a comp lineup. What can you say? But before we get to our second semi-final, we've got to thank Fortress Melbourne for doing this again. Another Season 2 of our House Cup, which is presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. So still super happy to be supported by those 2 awesome companies. But we move to the points breakdown. So 3rd and 4th. 4th being the team in Weewu. For their house, they'll take 500 points home.
Yeah, they'll be happily taking that. And if they come back on, October 1st, the 6th week of the House Cup, they'll be able to get a little prize pool, or prize pack, I should say, my apologies, to maybe win. So if you're part of that winning team, keep an eye on Fortress and on the website, see where these teams are, your house. Because I know I'll be here if mine wins, because I like stuff.
Free stuff.
They give away good stuff here. They've given away heads, Alienware stuff. I'm like, can I get in on that?
Some merchandise as well, just out of the win. But all-round fun for everyone. So now it is confirmed that Snail & Co. will be taking at least 700 points home for their team, so they're going to look good towards the end total of today's gameplay. Winner takes home 1,000, but second place in cash prize, $400. So they're confirmed at least $400 between the 3 of them, which is pretty good.
Not bad at all to, like we said, a free to enter Apex tournament. You're probably going to be playing Apex Legends at home anyway, so why don't you come play it on these awesome Alienware PCs running at like a huge amount of frames that I don't get at home, and then you can also walk away 400 or maybe 700. That's not a bad Saturday night at all.
Entering for free and walking home with $700. Well, something I'd love to do if I was that good, but unfortunately I'm not that good at Apex Legends. So we'll leave it to the people who actually know how to play the game. Clearly not us two. That's why we're up here. But we have a bit of fun, don't we?
Maybe too much.
No, I think we have some good fun. But what's been your highlight of today?
Now, it's been seeing the clutch plays of the people I've watched a lot and talked to, like King's play of the day. That got the crowd going, and that's what we want. But then we even saw at that game, I mean, Weewoo didn't win, but they had some good clutch moments there. I just love watching high-quality Apex Legends, so it's just fun to see that. And then be able to turn around and be like, hey, guys, I'm actually here and talking to you all. It's pretty crazy and cool to be a part of an Apex Legends LAN like this.
As we talk about Apex Legends, we get the Telstra replay of this semi-final. Longer replay it should be, as we did go a few rounds further. Some good plays coming out from Conker. Timmy Time did get to, show his talents off. Rix the Baby also doing a lot of work. Packer, Eagles and Snail, however, will be the victors of this game and the victors' spoils as they go through to the grand final and play for the big one.
Yeah, very, very solid game this was to watch. This is what we'd been waiting for, the long game that really, we got, 9 games or 8 games?
8.
Love to see that, like a nice competition. It's just brings out the best, when you get into that sort of 5th game, this is going to be a bit of a slog. It's not just, hey, beam them and we'll walk away with $700. But it's just great entertainment here to see from our Melbourne Apex Legends gamers.
It'll be a very interesting thing. I'd love to hear the communications and the comms of what they're saying during these moments. It'd be good to be able to do. Go to a live crossover because to see what they're thinking, really dive deep in their heads and how they're processing what plays to make, where to go, when to even shoot as well. Because some people, sometimes they trigger discipline, wait for a better moment, maybe they could find 2 kills or find an easy pick off in the 1v1 situation. But the close rounds coming from Weewoo and Snail & Co. gave us some great entertainment in this map.
Yeah, though some of those comms might not be friendly, shall we
Suitable,
say?
yeah.
Suitable for the viewership. But because there's a lot of passion, and sometimes passion in Australia takes on the form of words that well, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it would be occasionally nice to listen in, but hey, that's a lot of work. We got look at all this setup, and you're like, oh, I want more. That's fair enough.
The passion pit always comes out when you're playing for some big prizes, and $700 isn't a small prize. It's pretty big. But as we discuss these things, the second semi-final will decide, obviously, who our grand finalists. And the grand final is a different format. Our grand final is a best of 3. Let's discuss that. What do we see in the best of 3?
3. We've got 3 maps, and well, one of them we haven't seen, Habitat 4. We're going to be checking that out, but then we'll be on Party Crasher and Phase Runner. Though Phase Runner, only if we get to that 3rd match, which we might not. It might be a clean sweep, but we'll see as we're getting ready for our second semi-final to come up. Here it is, the red versus purple, the Vela versus Corinna, Artificial Aim, Malbussy.
I think this is going to be a good game. In my opinion, I think this might be close. It could be as close as the first, but it could also go one way. It could really be a sweep for Artificial Aim. But it could also be a sweep for Malbussy, where they're a quiet team. They showed up pretty early in the qualifiers. They did what they needed to do. They got the job done, and now they're in a semi-final playing for the big spot. Both these teams have confirmed won $200, so they know that. They've got in the back of their mind, we're getting some sort of cash. But I don't think they're really going to focus on that more. They're really going to start to search for and push for the bigger prize, the $700. Drop-Off is an exciting map. It's a different map. We saw different playstyle. It was a slower playstyle, so a pretty quick playstyle. We also saw the late game waiting for it, just mess of a mosh pit at that end of the zone that came down to between Weewoo and Snail & Co. Do you think we'll see that again?
I think we might, especially Artificial Aim with that aim assist. They want to get a little closer so it fully takes over. But we'll see exactly. These 6 guys, I dare say, they've fought against each other before in Battle Royale games. They're familiar with each other. Probably, I don't know everyone, but it's going to be interesting to see as we see Artificial Aim, Draugr, Panna, Crusader getting those crafting mats early. Draugr coming on the off angle. Going to walk straight up to this door and say, oh, get out of my way, door. We don't want you, because those 2 boys came in hard. And taking some quick shots. Panna with the car here. And a wingman on Robust Aussie. Going to have to hit those big shots because we saw their opponents hitting some big shots earlier. See if Robust Aussie can go for those big wingman shots.
King already lost all shields, no bats to play with, so he's going to lose a lot of health. And King on a sliver, you sneeze on him, he dies, and no one's going to say, yep, there you go. And bless you, Pana, he's going to have a good kill there, and he's coming out now. He will finish off King, so King's going to have to say see you later the round. And Robotozy, he's also getting a lot of damage. Elbow now going in, flying in, going down, so it's now down to Robotozy. He's got the wingman to play with, and Pana gets dropped. So it's two pretty close even games, two close lives here. Droga, one full shield, now getting the second, but with literally probably 1 HP. Pana is knocked, but Crusader will heal up full. So it's a 2v3 situation in the sense that everyone's alive, but it's knocked down, but that will do it. Round 1, artificial aim.
Yeah, that's sort of what we expected, but we keep the heads up now. We'll see. It was a solid game. They got the knock on Pana. Got to try to isolate maybe one of the players because, well, it's going to be tough taking them down, but focus fire, team shooting. That Apex Legends thing that you got to do sometimes. You got to really sweat this one out and get those comms really going. But yes, we got some Pred banners up there, so they're a tough one to take over when you've got a couple of Pred banners that you're up against. But hey, you got to be in it to win it, and they've got the same sort of loadouts and characters. It's all even ground. Just got to take your shots and hit those. So right now, aim assist, moving up. Not quite going super aggressive like the first one. Droga's wingman, trading some damage there early. Just going to probably heal up with a quick cell or two. But Crusader, he's also taking a little bit of damage. Don't think he wants a bat for that little amount of shield damage. Pana just getting scanned out from Malbusi, but not too much happening, just holding positions, patiently waiting Droga. Not moving too hard, not grappling in. You know someone's just around that corner. Pana gonna regroup. Can see that door? Got some coverage. Got to be careful here. Robust Aussie. Eyes out. Got the seer. Heartbeat sensor sort of thing working overtime just so they don't get flanked. But Elbow's going to go down here. Pana's got the knock there. The Kanga Elbow is down. Won't be bouncing around. The bubble comes on down. Elbow finished there. But Crusader and the artificial aim team looking for the fight. Oh, the Arcstar comes out. If you can get a stick, that'll really move the momentum of the fight. Oh, the P20 here from Droga. Robust Aussie going to go down, but it's going to be King going down as well. An artificial aim. 2-0.
Seemed pretty close there. Melbussy had a little bit of advantage there, getting the knock onto, I believe it was Crusader. Had a bit of a rough time, also getting hit pretty hard. Elbow going down very early, relatively early, but the comms will come in. So artificial aim, one away from another sweep on stream and going for the grand final, that best of 3. Concentration coming out from Elbow. He's going to look for this. They need something, Melbussy. If they get one, they can get a little bit of honor back, but they want to fight for this grand final. They need to win 3 in a row here, ladies and gentlemen, to even give themselves a fighting chance. And here we go. Begin to push in. Draga going in real quick, throwing the nades, the scan. They're really close. That door could go back. Lifeline will hold him. Pana goes in, jumping in. This could be real quick gunfights for us, ladies and gentlemen. Crusader getting util out, and it's all going to be scanned through, but nothing quite yet. A lot dropping off. Big tags coming in from Pana. He's going to tag up. I believe that was Robust Aussie. No, it was Elbow. Use the battery, get full heal again. Robotizzy getting absolutely demolished, and Elbow also going as well. So it's all down to 1. It's down to King, the man who made the clutch. Can he do it again? He might be able to. No, he will not. An artificial will make clean work of Melbussy. 3-0.
Give it up for artificial aim. A 3-0 demolition there from, I dare say, our favourites here just because of their history in the game, but well played there. Clean sweep in the semi-finals. The crowd, please give it up for Malbussy for getting 3rd and 4th place. So they'll still be taking home $200. Not too bad at all on the stage. GG's, but now we've got our 2 grand finalists.
Yeah, so a grand final moves to a best of 3 situation. So a bit of a different style of play. Gameplay should change, and a new map, Habitat 4, coming into the mixer. But we will lose Encore and we'll lose Drop Off, so Party Crusher as well, and Phase Runner. So our 2 finalists, we've got 1 in Artificial Aim and our 2nd in Snail & Co. Predictions?
Well, one thing before I give you that, I hate to point out is your house is all in the final. Started off well for me earlier in the day as we look at the bracket, but it's all Vela grand final. They're getting plenty of points. Snail and Co. aim, artificial aim, but I will say, like, my pick would be artificial aim. Hard to go past the team that's 3-0 in a semi-finals against one of the other best teams out there. It's hard to go past them. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't really fault to that opinion. Artificial Aim, a very confident team. They look very good. They seem to have a lot of confidence when taking a gunfight. They don't look scared. They take a gunfight with purpose. They're not playing erratically. They're playing the normal Apex that you tend to see even in BR. You can see that the three Predator banners come up, and that's very intimidating for every team to look at. But you can't count Snails and Co. out. They're a very, very tough side. They performed well against Weewoo. They gave Weewoo a bit of a challenge, and they pushed them through. But I got to stick with artificial aim. I think I go 2-0.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to go against them, but Snail and Co. have surprised us, especially me. I thought I knew everyone that was good that was going to be out here, and then Snail and Co. rolling up and into the grand final. Very impressed by them and their gameplay. Maybe they can do it once more and one final surprise and walk away with $700 and, I dare say, a big grin on their faces if they do that.
So that is what we are playing for, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this game, the team that wins this best of 3 series, will take home $700, but they'll also be taking home 1,000 points for the house. So essentially, Vela are taking home 1,700 points, regardless. They're getting that big 1,700.
I really wish I didn't start off the day being so confident.
No, because you had all the players, but now we got the big points. We're in the final, so Vela looked pretty good from the start. What can I say? I told you would come back.
I wish I knew the list of the houses before I got this confident, because I was like, oh wait, these guys are all Vela. I don't like where this is going. But still, my team's got second and third and fourth, so still plenty of points for them to take home for their house. So maybe it's a slow burn more for Team Corinna, but I don't know. Vela's having a big day.
Well, there's still other games other than just Apex Legends. We still have Rocket League, 2 Rocket League tournaments and 2 Tetris Effect tournaments, plus 1 more Apex Legends for people to sign up. If you wish to sign up and play, please, it's free to enter, and you can go to the website tiny.cc/FHC. It's free to enter. Bring your friends, just have some fun. You come down for a day at Fortress, and you can have some refreshments and have a little bit of fun as well.
Yeah, and you can also do the survey there and find out which house you're in. Let us know if you're on my team. Might buy you a drink later, because my team, best team, hopefully. But we'll see. But yeah, get involved, get on that website, come play one of those 3 games, and maybe you'll see us, well, probably not participating, because we're not the best at games, it would seem.
No, that's,
but hey,
as I said before,
we'll come here for the fun.
That's why we're up here. We're not down there, because if I was good, I'd be definitely down there. But at the moment, I can't shoot straight. So we're up here. But in saying that, we do get to see 6 individuals, 2 different teams duke it out for a big prize, and I'd say the glory of tonight, but they get to bring home a big total for their individual houses as well as for themselves.
Yeah, I'm super pumped for it. Crowd, you pretty pumped for the grand final? You're going to get up and cheer and go crazy for your teams? Probably not.
There we go.
Give it up for Artificial Aim and Snail and Co. Final 2 teams.
So best of 3, so we'll start off, I believe it's Habitat 4, so a different map. Run me through that. Run me through what you think of Habitat 4.
It's an interesting one. I'm kind of drawing a mental blank, but like most of the ones, you want to get to the center early, get there. It's not the most favored map. Definitely Party Crasher and Phase Runner. People love those. I think it's just sometimes the looks, like I was saying earlier. Just the maps look nicer, but like we saw on Drop-Off, when it got a little tighter, a lot more door play I saw on the for an arena game. It depends. You don't see that as much on more the open maps. You don't see the door play, which is really big, especially if you've got the Mad Maggie that can well bulldoze through with her wrecking ball and then just lead in. We even saw a cheeky little one. I'm not sure if they commed it or if it was a, well, extremely clever play where one of, I think it was Crusader grenading the door while the teammate Panna, he pushed up and opened the door as the grenade went off. And I was like, if they coordinated that, that is some slick play to take down a door and then move through, and that really got them going.
I think they might have coordinated. It looked pretty coordinated. It looked pretty flawless. They probably worked that one out. Maybe in the strat book, they had it tucked away in the back pocket and they left it in for now. But these two teams will go head-to-head in the best of 3. Habitat 4 to start, and Party Crusher will be map 2, and at a side will be Phase Runner. So the map, in my opinion, is a little bit more one-sided than the other maps. You go through the Phase Runners, and then bang, there you go. You're already in a gunfight right off the rip. But it'll be exciting to see how teams attack the new map, Habitat 4. Some teams decided, hey, drop off, let's play a little bit more passive. Let's not press the play, and different. But we will go back to the game we just saw and watch the Telstra replay.
Yeah, we've got here Artificial Aim. I think we're going to see a lot more of them in this one because, boy, were they beaming here. That was the door play. We just missed it as they stepped through on the lifeline. The bubble was there. But solid effort, Malbusi. But hard to go up against 3 guys of this skill level. Crusader, Draugr, Pana, just absolutely deadly with any weapon. See, they're pretty excited. And I think if they win the next one, they're going to be even more pumped up.
There's the passion pit, and that's what we're going to see from the players. A little bit of passion, for fire behind their wins, some cheering to themselves, even a little bit of communication, fist bumps all around. Fist bumps always good. Shows a little bit of respect for your teammates, and that's all we're about. We're about having fun, safe environment, and Fortress is that. Fortress is the place for any gamers to come around. Have a try, beginner, pro, doesn't matter. Come swing around, have some fun.
Yeah, no smack talk here, especially because everyone's in the room that you're playing against. I think it's a good time to make some friends and have a good night. And yeah, maybe you'll be teaming up with them when you get back home and be like, give me a gamer tag and we'll play some games. And I think Crusader and that crew might have a line behind them asking, hey, you want to take me to Pred with you? Huh, please?
Get the carry. I might have to swing one of them a message, even get me to, platinum, get me out of the lower ranks. But each to their own. These two teams pretty evenly matched in my opinion. Both have looked good throughout the tournament, even in both Qual 1 and Qual 2. We've got a fair bit of a crowd here going, so a lot of people available and watching the grand final as it will unfold, hopefully soon. But we should go back and mention Fortress House Cup is presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware, 2 big parts of this tournament, and they're providing a lot of gear and providing some pretty fast network.
Yeah, it's amazing gear. I mean, you can see it all behind us. You can see a little bit in the broadcast right now. That RGB keyboards, very, very nice. But the beasts under the desk running them, they're absolutely amazing from Alienware. So these games, super smooth. And we know Apex, that can, well, be tough to run sometimes. Watching the games here, not a problem at all. They are just running as smooth as can be. And it might be hard to go home and play games once you've played on those because these are, well, amazing.
The FPS is through the roof, and I love that because mine is not that good. But have you played in the LAN Lounge before?
I have not. Actually, I'm a little old, so I forget some of the things I've done in my life. I've done a little bit of, internet cafe sort of thing, but nothing like this. I mean, there is nothing like this really in Australia, and it is amazing to see and be a part of. And yeah, I definitely will be playing something here at some point.
Well, we should mention that this isn't the only Apex Legends tournament. There will be another one in the future, which you can sign up for, which we have spoken about. But teams can re-enter. Do you think we'll see these two teams back for the next Apex one?
I think you'd be silly not to, really, especially if you've done well. I'm not sure if there's rules against if you win a prize, you're not allowed to win again, but I dare say, and I hope to see everyone back here on September 10 when we've got the next Apex tournament, because it's a good fun night, and yeah, it's hard to go by. I'm like, if you like Apex Legends and you're in Melbourne, why wouldn't you be here?
Like this guy. Big Apex fan you are.
Pretty big.
Apex. Oh yeah, and pretty big.
Yeah, pretty tall, yeah.
Well, we have fun, don't we? We're creating our own fun. But hopefully we get to move into the grand final shortly. I think our predictions are pretty set in stone. I think we both have Artificial Aim. I said 2-0. What was your?
2-0 what?
To map count.
Oh, right, yeah. I think I'm going to say we're going to get to the third. We're going to get the Phase Runner. Just so I'm living in the optimistic world. So hopefully we'll see all 3 maps, and just so we can get to watch more Apex is what I want.
I think that's the dream. Getting to map 3, we get to talk more. I think that
Yeah,
everyone
we
maybe
don't like talking much.
Yeah, we hate it. That's why we do this. But no, hopefully everyone's having a good time. You know, at home, whether you're at home or whether you're live at Fortress Melbourne. I think everyone seems to be in good spirits. Players, supporters, even our production crew, which we should shout out. Those guys are doing an awesome job in the booth. So thank you to those guys as well. But for the meantime, the players seem to be ready. Hopefully we get to go in.
Yeah, the action going to be kicking off shortly. Oof, can't wait to see the action. I love Apex Legends. There's a reason I cast it so much and stream it at home. I absolutely love the community and the game, and it's nice to be a part of, and being able to meet so many people that is names I've seen. Maybe, well, I was going to say I've killed them in game, but that's probably a lie. But mine, I don't run anonymous mode, so if you kill me, you know it's me, unfortunately. Come get me. I'll see you tomorrow in the battlefield.
Well, putting faces to names and faces to voices as well is always a good thing. You know, you do it at different tournaments. You might do it at the next one at Tetris or at Rocket League. So it's a good experience to finally meet the people you played with, say, for years or even just only a few days, and it's a good experience. People should get out here as much as possible. It's an awesome place to be at. It's an awesome event. They've done really well.
Do awesome
today.
food here?
Yeah, the food's also really good, which I will be definitely going and getting after this because I am starving.
Yeah, we're going to be eating real quick when we're finished here. But can't wait because it's a good menu. Like I like everything on it. I'm a burger guy, so probably be smashing a burger straight after this.
Well, I'm not a burger guy. I'll say that. I'm more of a pizza parma. Those are my two.
That's okay.
That's
quality. I thought you were like going to go somewhere crazy, but I'm like, I think I need someone else here.
Yeah,
this won't
swap
work
me
out.
I'll get off the cast. But no, as we see our players, we are indeed looking at our artificial aim boys. The bit of a passion that they had in the last game, and this is our Snail and Co crew. Seem a bit hyped. They look prepared. They look locked in. They're ready to go to work. Hopefully everyone else in the crowd is ready for this grand final because I know I'm ready.
Yeah, so if you're not 100% ready, make sure to grab a drink from the bar and then get back, lock into those seats, and make sure to cheer on the team. Or if you don't have a team, just make a lot of noise because it sounds awesome to us. Even if you're like, I've never watched Apex before. What's happening? I'm more a Tetris guy.
Just shout when you feel you need to shout and have a bit of fun. Like,
make some noise.
Make some noise. Yeah, exactly right. But as we have mentioned before, the winner will take $700 home. But the house will be taking, Vela will be taking $1,700. That is confirmed. Both teams are Vela. We've got to keep mentioning it because you mentioned it all at the start of the stream.
I believe this is what's called karma.
Oh, yeah, no, big time. Big time.
Yeah.
A little bit more information about Fortress Melbourne, located in Melbourne CBD. They've got types of things. It's a games paradise as the home of games. You've got arcades, PCs, board games, even some role-playing, as well as console games, and they also do parties. The tavern downstairs is a fantasy restaurant/bar. Order some food. We will be doing that. As well as what we are standing in right now and what is being shown on screen. That is the main stage, ladies and gentlemen. And behind myself and Brad is the Alienware Arena, fixed with a 200-seat grandstand.
Not bad. It would be pretty awesome to see that full one day when we have another event. I'll definitely be here, but well, they can't pull it out now because, well, there's a lot of people gaming. Not so much anymore because everyone's getting locked in for the finals.
Big one.
So it's pretty awesome to see. It's an amazing venue. It's so awesome to have that in Melbourne and nice and close to home. Just a quick, easy one to get to. Video games, food, drinks. It's everything I want.
It's the perfect place to be for gamers, but ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the evening. It is grand final time. Snail & Co. will be taking on Artificial Aim. First map, Habitat 4. Run us through it.
Habitat 4, yeah, it's the open one based on sort of Storm Point there, as you can see. People are going to be going to the high ground on the one side as usual, but of course, always depending where the ring's pulling, we'll figure it out. And hopefully no one's dying to the ring, though. No heal-off real opportunity, unless it's maybe on that bridge that you see, but I don't think we're going to be getting a heal-off with these two teams on Habitat 4. It's going to be amazing, but yeah, that's a lot of purple on the screen. It's purple.
I'm loving it. I am
Yeah, I
loving
know.
it. You know I'm loving it. You can just see it. I'm buzzing for all the people in the Valor House. Should be a good little sight to see, all the purple on your screen. But Snail and Co. need to bring the pressure to artificial aim on Habitat for the new map. So different play style might be different to how each team attacks one another and how they use their utility as well as their own abilities and even the guns they select. But I think the main gun we're going to see again, it's a Mozambiquia.
Yes, that is the correct way to say it, I believe. But yeah, maybe we'll get someone bringing out something unexpected. Maybe a Sentinel. I had a little chat to the Artificial Aim guys, and they said maybe a Sentinel will come out, and did request one. We haven't seen one. So if someone wants to bring it out, that would be great. Do me a favor here. Give us a show, ladies and gentlemen, as the grand final gets underway with Snail and Co. on the Valkyrie Pathfinder and the Mad Maggie. We've got Artificial Aim, got the Pathfinder Valkyrie, and nope, I can't tell. Seer's out there, Bloodhound's out there. Oh, that's a lot of information they'll be getting. Not going to sneak behind that squad composition. But right now, Snail and Co. just playing it slow. They're not going to be getting too aggressive. Oh, there's that wingman on Panna there. See what Panna you can do. Just going to grab the crafting mats early. The wingman going to go to work early. Crusader just pinging out. Has the Seer. Oh, 30-30 here on Draugr. Haven't seen too much of this one. What do you think of the 30-30?
Bit of a different selection as his Draugr is going off with this, hitting a few body shots, taking 52 and 42 as well. And this is a good quick play from Panna. He's getting up close and personal. Finds one, finds the second, and does well. Nicholas has got to say goodbye to this round at the moment. He is down. Panna goes well. Panna finds a second on the Snail. Panna doing all the work at this rate. Artificial Aim looking down. It's all down to Packer. Can Panna find the third? And Artificial Aim. A quick start. 1-0.
That is a solid start. Oh, little nose flex. What was that? But Artificial Aim, a strong start. And Panna going, well, very big. Couple of knocks. Not sure if he got the third one, but he's very happy. He's feeling himself. Snail and Co. They got to lock it back in, play tight, and see if they can pull it back. But best of three, so even if you fall down here, pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and go again on our next map that will be Party Crusher. We're about to get underway for our second game. And the Snail stepping out to lead his squad. Oh, Valkyrie Skyward Dive. Interesting play here. Not sure what the move is. Try to take some height, you would think. Oh, going to get real aggressive. Oh, the man being landed on. Big play there, but oh, Crusader says, you don't land on my boy. He's going to get Nicholas down. Oh, beaming.
Oh.
Holy! Artificial Aim going off.
Artificial Aim making absolute light work of Snail and Co. The Valkyrie dive didn't go to the effect they wanted. Crusader had a big word to say, going huge with the wingman, and then it was all down to Panna. Going to work, and at the moment Artificial Aim are one away from taking map one, so quick work. They have not dropped a game on stream just yet. Could we find another 3-0?
We might. Will they play the perfect tournament, essentially? That would be pretty impressive, considering the quality of these gamers, but well, these three are showing that they are maybe at another level to everyone out here. So as they go for a 3-0 here on Habitat 4, Artificial Aim. Playing aggressive-ish, I would say. They're not getting too carried away, even though they're been dominating. Oh, Panna's actually going down to Nicholas already. So we might have actually Snail and Co. take the first W. Nicholas down. Downing Panna. Looking for the ping? Oh, words hard. The wingman, oh, he's going to see above. Watch out. Watch that head. Oh, that wingman is hitting, but he's taking a little bit of damage from the Havoc. Draugr needs to regroup with Crusader. He's going for the grapple to get back. Oh, he's going to give some cover support, but he's getting caught off with an off angle there.
Crusader losing a lot of damage. Draugr also losing a lot of damage, and Snail going to work, finds one. Crusader's going down, so now it's a 1v3. Pardon me, as Draugr will be taken down, and Snail and Co. will find one and stop Artificial Aim's perfect run. 2-1. Snail and Co. Maybe the momentum shifts. Locked in. Artificial Aim, one away from map one, and Snell and Co putting their foot down, trying to put the pressure back on Artificial Aim and forcing it to a 2-2.
Yeah, did we jinx them by saying perfect tournament and then instantly they lost? I think
Castle's
that might be
curse.
on us.
The Castle's
Castle's
curse.
curse. Sorry, Artificial Aim, that's our bad, but you're welcome, Snail and Co. And we like to keep things interesting here, so love to see it. So well done, Snail and Co, the first team to take a game from Artificial Aim. So big moves, and well, they're showing they're not just here to play second, they're going for the W and taking their first game. So the 2-1 Artificial Aim, if they take this one, they'll still take the first round of our grand final. Woo! Panna, though, taking some damage, going to have to heal up. Has the battery in hand. Oh, taking a little bit more damage, but gets the battery off. Oh, it says, oh, if you're going to hurt me, I'm coming for you. He's got Beast of the Hunt rolling. He's rapping now. Mozambique hitting the shots. Oh, hitting big, and Nigulus going down. Oh, look at the movement. My Panna says, you want it, you got it. The Packer's going to go down, and he's going for a clean sweep. Says, watch me 1v3. Or is Crusader or Droga going to take it? No, he's going for some hands. Oh, going for a little swipe. They're surrounding, and boy, oh boy. Okay, Panna, we see you. We see you. But it's not over yet, mate. It's not over yet.
Still one more. Still.
It's best of three, mate. But it's best of three. Sit down, relax, breathe. We've got some more gameplay. But GG's, man, he turned demon mode on a little bit there.
Look at the movement sliding through. Does well to find the two. The Mozambique coming out. Oh, reliable, we like to call it now. It's a joke gun in the start of the game, but now it's pretty much the reliable weapon that everyone's using, especially in this tournament. Beautiful double kill from him. Wowee, Artificial Aim cleaning up the scraps. They make it one sloppy one, losing one, so that was their perfect run, however. 3-1. Map 1. They're 1 foot in the door to the championship.
Yeah, it's hard to see it turning around, but Snail & Co, only team to take a game off them. Just got to do that a few more times, and you never know what can happen. But yeah, the movement there, even though everyone talks about PC movement, you can still do a lot with controller, and it's exactly what we saw from Panna there. Very impressive. And then you saw them just surrounding the last guy at the end. That was maybe a bit of intimidation. They were like, no, Panna, you can go do it all with P20 and throwing hands.
I don't even think they even shot the other two. I think they just kind of sat there and looked at him and said, Panna, go to work, son. You can do all the work. But at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, map 1 will go to Artificial Aim, and Snail & Co might need to find a little bit of change. What do you think they should change?
It might be something you might have to sort of go to the places you don't want. You might have to just go everyone Havoc, Devotion. I go Devotion. Maybe a Rampage, try to find one of those when they drop. Just throw everything to the wind, or maybe you need to go for a gun like a Sentinel that can hit big, charge it up and go for big shots, because trying to play the regular meta might be tough against Artificial Aim, because they are very impressive when they're turning it on. So they're looking pretty comfortable. Droga just sitting back, just waiting for it to start. But yeah, they're locked in, so you might need to throw something in the mix. Maybe a Mirage as well, because Mirage is fun. And a little bit of bamboozling might help. Couldn't hurt.
I think it doesn't hurt anyone, but we move on from Habitat 4 now to Party Crashers. And it's time to party if Artificial Aim win. If they win this map, it's all over. Snail & Co need to find this one. They need to find 3 to do it. And then they can begin the reverse sweep, pushing it to the decider of Phase Runner. Now, Party Crasher we've seen was a little bit of a slower map, and then it began to kick off towards the end. Do you think that's the same trend with these two teams?
I think, yes. Even though Artificial Aim confident, they're still going to play their way. They might get a little, like if they win 1 or 2, they might just be like, hey, let's just do full send straight away, whatever. But surprisingly, though, it was actually Snail & Co that went for the Valkyrie Skyward Dive. I was very surprised to see that. You don't usually see that too much in arenas. But obviously kind of backfired, though, when Crusader went to work. So we'll see. But the party about to begin here. Maybe for one of our 2 teams. Will it be Snail & Co or will it be Artificial Aim? The Packer moving up, trying to take a little high ground. The Wrecking Ball goes on out. Not following it up though. Just holding back, holding those head glitches and just stepping out of cover. Be very careful. Packer taking a little bit of damage here. Nothing too much. Putting out some big beams though from Panna, but getting cracked himself. Oh, he sees it. He sees the 115. Going to get the easy knock there on Nigula. Snail also down. There's only one man left standing. Artificial Aim takes game on.
Look at the passion from the three boys of Artificial Aim. They're looking up the big screen. Showing a little bit of smiles there. They're pretty confident. They seem very confident, the three controller players. They're all ready to play. They're in good spirits. Snail and Co, however, they need to find one back. If they get this one back, it could be a bit of a closer game for them three. Snail and Co on the back foot. Artificial Aim 2 away from winning Season 2's first game in Apex Legends, and they'll take home $700 for each of them. Or split between them, pardon me. But Artificial Aim, still 2 to go. Snail and Co, can they make it easier for them? If they get this one, it seems like a bit of a closer game. Snail, the Packer, Nigulus, a lot of work to do for these three boys. And Artificial Aim standing their way.
Yeah, and it's also a little battle of controller versus MNK here. Two of the players on Snail & Co, mouse and keyboard, all diving in. Nigulus got to hit those Mozambique shots, taking a bit of damage himself. Gonna have to duck back to the head glitch, take some shots. Dealing out a bit of damage, but is super low. Oh, and that's a super quick win. Artificial Aim. Oh, they're doing work now.
They just disposed of him. Artificial Aim, 1 away, and Panna in good spirits. He seems pretty happy with his efforts so far, and Snail and Co have a lot of work to do. They need a reverse sweep here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the situation at hand. 3 in a row for Snail and Co to even see themselves to win this map. They still have to win by 2 at that point. But at the moment, Artificial Aim all but in the door and in the winner's circle for the first Apex tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. They need to win 4 in a row against a team that's only lost once. So we'll see exactly how this is going to go. But right now, Artificial Aim moving up. This could be it. This is game, set, and match, ladies and gentlemen, if they take this game. Snail & Co looking to hold them off, though. 4 big shots there. Good start from the Packer, but taking almost crack there. He's going to have to grapple back to safety. Hit a battery. Nigulus in the line of fire here, taking a lot of damage. Skyward grenades from Snail. Beaming up, dropping down. They've got Draugr down, but Panna gets Nigulus down as well. It's 2v2 situation. Going to step out. Beam. Snail's going to go down. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Crusader and Panna moving up. Panna is full health. There's the Mozambique, and there it is. Artificial Aim is your champions.
And that'll do it. Artificial Aim will be today's winners of the first Apex tournament we have in Season 2 of the Fortress House Cup. Second place will be Snails & Co. Third will Melbassy, and Weewoo will clean up the 4th position.
Yeah, well done to those 3 gentlemen you see on the screen doing work and just winning all afternoon and evening here at Fortress Melbourne. Very happy taking home that little prize pool. Solid work, but those top 4 teams all doing work all day. And very impressed. Artificial Aim, just too good. And let's give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen. They're on the stage. Give them a round of applause for the big W for Artificial Aim.
Beautiful win. A lot of respect for the boys, shaking hands, congratulating each other. But Snail & Co can't be too upset with their efforts. They'll take up $400. They'll split between themselves, but the big one, the $700 will go towards Artificial Aim. And ladies and gentlemen, what a night it's been. Beautiful night of Apex. I've had fun. Have you had fun?
I've had far too much fun for literally just standing and talking. It is the most fun I ever had. It is just the best to be involved in this. I wish this was every day, but that would be too much probably.
I think I've had a smile on my face the whole time. I think I've just completely enjoyed it for my first time at a Fortress House Cup. It's been very welcoming. But congratulations to those boys behind us on screen. They've played out of their minds and they deserve that win. Only dropping 1 round out of 4 games on streams, that's absurd.
That's pretty impressive. I don't care what game you're playing, who you're playing against. With the game that requires this much skill, that is super impressive from those 3 gentlemen. Crusader, Draugr, Panna, Artificial Aim, controller on top.
I think Controller on top after that performance. You know, they 3-1 in the first map and then 3-0 in the second map. Artificial Aim are the winners of tonight's Apex Fortress House Cup, presented by Telstra and supported by Alienware. I want to see these replays because these will be some different sort of replays because of the fact that Artificial Aim were a little bit tested in that first map. They were a little bit pushed on the back foot, but they kept their resilience and they kept their composure, and most importantly, they kept their confidence and they got through.
Yeah, even when they were winning, they weren't really getting even knocks against them. So Snail and Co were getting plenty of knocks, but obviously hard to get the win. They're usually trading, so it's a difficult team to beat. I don't care who you are in the world. That's going to be a tough squad any day of the week. So Snail and Co bringing it to them, but Artificial Aim, just strong aim.
Well, the next Apex we have is on September 10th. Hopefully, I would like to see these two teams battle out again, maybe a rematch of sorts. But if you haven't gotten the opportunity to play today or in this first week, these are every second Saturday, so fortnightly. These happen. So next Saturday, so the Saturday after that, is Tetris Effect, and then it goes on to Rocket League, and then we restart it again, and we finish off with Rocket League in October, I believe.
Yeah, 6 weeks of gaming goodness, lots of prizes to be given away, and if you're here at the event, you might get a t-shirt just from a quick little quiz. Saw them doing that earlier. So even if you're not participating, you're just coming here to watch and have a good time, you might walk away with a little bit of merch or something. It's a good vibe here. You can have a lot of fun, and, well, if you're participating, you can walk away with a bit of money.
We can still sign up using the same link, tiny.cc/FHC, and you'll be over 18 to play, but you can be any age to even come and watch and enjoy some video games, either by some absolute beginners or some absolute professional players. Doesn't matter what you are, come join, come have some fun. It's the whole point of us being here, really, isn't it? Just to have some fun.
Yeah, we're all about fun here, and I think the night's still going to be a whole bunch of fun, even with the LAN done. We'll definitely be having some food, though, in that
yes.
tavern shortly, because my stomach is... I'm surprised the mic can't hear it, to be honest.
Oh, no.
How loud it's going, but I'm looking forward to something tasty downstairs.
I cannot wait to smash down a Palmer. That is most likely going to be the option I'll be going for. But ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. But we can't end it off there. We've still got to see a few things out. We've got to thank Telstra one more time for being the presenting partner and supported also by Alienware and the beautiful Alienware Arena. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We're still open. Fortress Melbourne is still open for a long time. You can go down to the LAN Lounge. You can have some fun, whatever you wish to do.
Arcade Alley.
Big Arcade Alley. But winning team, obviously Vela was the only team in the final, so they take home 1,700 points for their team. So hopefully we get to see the final standings of today's games. And then these will all total up until October and the final game of Apex Legends. Did you have fun today?
I had the most fun ever anyone's ever had, plus infinity times 10.
Sound like 12-year-old me when I was telling me that I want Macca's from my mum, please, mum. But no, I think it's been a fun event. I think everyone's had a little bit of fun. Everyone's still, celebrating, having a lot of good vibes being shared. People obviously meeting probably for the first time or seeing people they played with for a few years. But it's been a good day.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I know just for me, it's been awesome to put so many faces to the voices and names, whether in chat or in game. Just awesome to be involved and bringing everyone together as Fortress Melbourne. It's pretty awesome, and that's, I guess, why they call it the home of gaming.
It is. It's the best place to be in Melbourne. I think it's the only place to be in Melbourne. If you want to have a game, it's 54 PC LAN Lounge.
Yeah, I can't fit that many in my house. Weird. Crazy.
Wish I could, but
yeah.
As we see, we get the Telstra replay of our grand final. This is map number 1. A close map.
It's very nice. Habitat 4. Here's the Valkyrie ult, but that really backfired, unfortunately. It's an interesting play. Was so surprised. I think they were trying to get the isolation, but it didn't quite work. And Artificial Aim regrouped real quick, because as you see, Nicholas going straight down to Crusader's wingman. R9, classic Apex Legends beaming there. But solid work from Snail & Co. Like I said, take a game away. There it is. That's how they got that one game. But then this was Panayi. This was his show, this final game here that we're seeing on Habitat 4. Just hitting shots and then movement. Movement, ladies and gentlemen. It's a movement-based game with a lot of shooting. And boy, oh boy. And then you can see Droga just comes in and is just watching the show. He's got a better seat than us. And then Chris.
He's emoting. I didn't even see that. He emoted, gave the old beautiful wave. But Panda did give the respect. Apologised. Thought the game was over. Teammates were like, mate, still one more map. Even he's telling them, come on, mate. But they take home the whole cookie jar and the whole load of money as well. This is the second map we got to see. The 3-0 from Artificial Aim. Beautiful starting play, and they finished it off just the way they started it, on top.
Yeah, it was just, well, the 3-0 here, the wingman gone with the high skill gun, and well, they're definitely high skilled players, so it's suitable for them. Maybe not so much if you're me or you, but boy, did they make it look good. And then the pressure, they just kept it on, and then the 2v1 to finish, and they're a happy team. Just casual victory there. Just like, this is what we do. I mean, you don't get to pred by losing games.
Of course not, but they seemed pretty casual. You know, they were all over it. They only dropped one round throughout the whole tournament. They were just flawless in everything they did. They made everything look so easy, and they cleaned up. They did what they wanted to do. They came into this tournament and they cleaned up. They did everything they needed to do. And here might be the standings. Artificial Aim on top, Snail & Co in second, Bussy and we were third and fourth. Look at the purple colours there.
That's a lot of purple. What happened? We had so much red at the start. Did you all change while we were doing this? I feel betrayed slightly. But GG's, well, Valor, I guess you joined a good house. And I guess that shows there's a reason why they won Season 1. But maybe Tetris or Rocket League will have a different shade on the majority here. We'll see. You'll have to be here to find out, or watching maybe the stream on Twitch. But, well, Valor just big show of points there. That's a lot of maths. I'm going to allow someone else to do that for me. I would greatly appreciate that. But solid day. And yeah, you see Artificial Aim, Snail & Co, Malbusi, Weewoo, they're walking away with the prize pool and also the big points.
Yep, still 5 more technically tournaments to play, so anything can change. You don't win a tournament or a house cup in 1 week. It's not won in the first round, so still a long way to go for all the houses, all 4 of them, and even all the players that are representing their individual houses. Still a long way to go. But October 6th is the date. Save the date. Be here or be square for the trophy presentation and the winners.
Yeah, and if you can't make it then, at least make one of these events, because it's a hell of a good time. Good crowd, good games, good atmosphere, good food, good drinks, good vibes. So make sure to get here for one of these events.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately from us, it's time to finish off. But it's been an absolute pleasure joining you. Brad, I thank you for being a major support and doing all the casting, because you're a carry, mate. You're an absolute legend.
No, thank you. It's been an absolute blast doing this with you. Had a great time. Honestly, wouldn't have done it with anyone else. This has been amazing to get involved. So great work, Smokey. You want to take it away?
I will. Thank you everyone at home, and thank you everyone in the Alienware Arena for joining us for tonight's Apex Legends. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we will see you in 2 weeks for Tetris Affected Connect. Thank you, and good night.